think if it was that strong versus it, probably CP. Verona.
TNC Predators turn.
The okay. Yeah, that is true. Interesting. They have the ignite burn through it, but yeah, that is something. Treason interesting.
10 seconds remaining.
Really snowball a game? A surprising amount because you don't have snowball hero, but what happens is if you get a little bit of an edge, if you start playing aggressive hero, you can just scout out there and top wards down, create a lot of kill opportunity. You also enable classic with Goblak where he would have a Treant. Just like put on living armor, put on the apodic shield, and just dive right in. That's scary. I think Ogre this is the dotes, right? I mean, first kind of proved that this hero's busted, and then Forev and everything like. Speaking of Forev, we got Bristle and Timbersaw heroes. So, yeah, I guess the question is like, do you want to make the I was thinking like, is there an IO play here? I don't think there's an IO. I think as it is. I'm gonna go back to the map.
What is this trap?
It's good versus the Timber because you can put it mid. Now they're creating like weird lane. The Bat is also really so they are doing some TT Dota, creating a lot of really weird lanes right now.
Really interesting.
10 seconds remaining.
Saw obviously.
5 seconds remaining.
Frankly, that talent's just better.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of was with the change guys with the way that you can like run over them and stuff. It just made it better. And like, I think people have realized the 90. You already punch hard as Treant.
Well, and
yeah, it's actually bad. Yeah, he can actually.
God, what is? I haven't seen any. The rest of the team. There hasn't been enough that I've seen.
Actually, did have that infamous where we had a Pudge. I think Pudge.
Did a Pudge silencer offlane?
Pudge, Venomancer, some Tricore heroes. That was the weird. I think this is like more standard.
But I'm just saying.
TNC Predators turn to
Talk about
bat.
setup for.
We'll ban the Leshrac. Good hero versus. Gyrath.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Point. So you have to make your next. You got a minute. So Ogre 5 could be Batrider. They're gonna put. That has to go to Cuckoo. Why they went for the. I think that's why they took the Timber. No, I know. But the Bat's good. Can't if you have like 2 spell it, you can't follow up a stun.
TNC Predators turn to pick.
So I think it's
Alliance's turn to pick.
it had to be burst damage, so I kind of like the. It has the. She doesn't have a stun though, so like try and change. Armel has a very large hero. Well, I mean, so does Gabby. I mean, they both have.
Remaining.
Yeah.
Choose your hero.
Bristle. Had the or his king. I hope so. It adds up.
All right, well, Koikba going to... Some...
Probably his best hero. I think Bristleback, and he doesn't really build this spell because he wants to build Pipe and Crypto pretty much every game. But they also don't have that lockdown. Like I feel like it's always difficult to make back like not get back have the app 11-0.
Prepare for battle.
Help out our. Who's the first to go to buy a blink tag? Yeah, I know. That's the call. Is it the Sven or the Bat? Oh, look at.
You are a true friend.
Poor dear.
Scream.
30 seconds to battle.
Break
See,
the.
but
You hurt the ones
Constant.
you love. You hurt the ones
Here
you
for the money. Cash, all that matters.
Oh, 11. Oh. Bottom is done. Oh. Trouble. Bat Rider.
That's a free ride. First
That's
blood from a deep
And that's the boot. Oh man, he's started the safe build. Still gets first. A lot of times you take the. I really want Stout Shield, but he played it safe, started with the Stout, still gets it, and well, he's already plan, as you can see. Tranquils, as a lovely playcaster Lyric said, it's gonna be a long game. So he's trying to get a courier right now. Maybe he's trying to scout the lane swap, but I think he just noticed where he was. Hey, they should have figured that out anyway because they. You don't know where the tree is. That's the thing here.
He's gonna have to drop. Brand.
Dyer's courier has been
Easy.
killed.
Look at this Treant player, ladies and gentlemen. That's how you do it. Great call there.
All three of
went back and ate it. Scared he wasn't going to tango in time, but he made that play too. That was literally the best possible. The guy got first blood, he killed the courier, and he has the bonus tango. Get in there and start using that HP pool. Start punching. You're wasting it. They're cutting your trees. And get in there. Get your value while you can. Now this is the big problem with Dreamer. This is ridiculously depressing how effective it is. It sounds so simple, but it ruins you for 5 entire minutes. Denied! It's really good for defending it.
Proc.
You hurt the ones.
Yeah, and that means that
Pain without
Well,
consequence.
just let him know.
Down. Gabby. Trouble. Gabby died.
Yeah, if I stand here, ignore him. Don't got time, buddy. Not even close. So TNC have forced the matchup that they want. Although they have lost kills to the Lions, getting this exactly what they need. Boxing.
How bad is the map?
It's not that bad because he's just playing super far away and they don't.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So well, what ends up happening at like
Structures
level
are
5 and 6,
fortified.
the Batrider can just skip lasso. But at the same time, Kimber is getting a lot more friendly. But this is what happens. Gabby almost. Yeah, Foxy just gets thrown into the. Now Gabby, all that damage.
Sons of the devil.
What happened? Threw out that arrow, got part of that kill.
They even had AU come up top and take the. So it's not even like they lost anything.
Dire's top tower is
Lot
under
of creep.
attack.
Think about this.
That was perfect.
Was perfect. Wipeout does survive. Pubs are tired. We'll allow survivors. And Boxy's just miserable. God, this is.
Oh, he ate the tree!
He's okay. He's a.
I mean, Boxy did that himself,
The ones you love.
and still chasing. Ooh, that was really. That was really, really
That was
close.
a super ambitious dive like move. To be honest, like you can't.
If he got the.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Hims does make the recovery by getting go to the back. The bottle too, so nice. Arrow, kills the Blair's creep.
They try and cause some issues. Back away. Also, the 3 stacks stick Foxy.
See, this is why I've been asking all these questions of pro players about the support Mirana though, because he's currently 0-0-0 and his 7 last hit, they're arrowing neutral. And I go, why do you pick this?
Oh,
Oh, sorry, he got a catapult. Sorry. Oh my.
yeah.
That's a, my bad. That's the classic Sonic Wave. I'll take the blame on that one. Sorry, Weapons. You getting everyone all amped up about flaming Mirana.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Pop the 6, take the kill.
So right now, 4-2, health gold. Thing about this game, there's not a clear like victory late this time. In my opinion, I'm a little different with Gabby.
Oh, you almost got the body block.
Oh, they gotta be careful though. This is the back. And there, he cleaned it up. Well, you know, if he had a stick or something ready to go again at that point, then
Soft Cuckoo is down a level here because of how much sticking around, but Box does not have the damage threat.
stick.
I'm really glad Taiga is not taking pretty useless. I like this build. This is the standard one. You start at one point the guys, and you go to see, then you go back to the guys. You tend to just keep doubles damage.
Got his next item for a while at this point. Pushed everything else.
What a wild guy, man. He's committed.
Yeah.
He better not deviate. I don't want to see some meteor hammer this game.
Yes.
Oh, there you go. There's the Miranda again here, guys.
Oh no, run!
It's funny because I hear Tim's been absolutely destroying and like solo carrying games, and I'm just like, he's having such a terrible time here. But I'm just gonna take this as all the evidence I need for Miranda.
You know, the thing though is that in spite of that, he is on equal farm with him. And I think part of that is just a testament to how much Carmel is. Look at this guy go. He did blink into this one. He didn't get the cold proc off of him, so Carmel is going to be caught.
Man, look at him go.
Sonic Wave was off cooldown, but he did not have the mana. Oh man, that is a big turnaround.
All right, so as you said, they were even. Now, pretty jump. Not that much gold actually. Yeah, even with the kill.
I think.
Oh, there we go. That's real nice. He was pumping that for so long, and Boxy just picks him after, just like, yo, this guy, what is this guy doing? He's like, kill this ogre, I hate him.
He's having a fire blast, none of it.
Oh, alright, four-man gang.
Fire blast creep.
Hand off to Mick. Yeah, they're trying to rush that Midas out fast player, and well, Tim's back at it again, and blocking the Ancients.
Okay, quietly has had. We're up here against Mel. About making
Dire's top tower is under attack.
but into it.
Yes!
Ooh,
Nowhere to run.
That's
Even
pretty
saw
good.
it coming.
Follow up, yeah. I thought maybe you'd have like. In the meantime, Bristleback trying to chintz. Somewhat low down.
Radiant's bottom tower
Gabby,
is under attack.
Catch up, but far and getting caught by the prowlers.
Ancients, no Vanguard is pretty spooky stuff.
Back again at the top. Save his buddy, and then it's the lasso there. Hear the kill.
Yeah, Taiga showed one. Yeah, okay, they guarantee it was it. Taiga showed once.
Radiant's
Tower and
bottom
then,
tower
okay,
is under
kill.
attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
It's nice here for Gabby. He's actually catching well.
Dire are scanning. Radiant's bottom tower is
Got
under
her.
attack.
Foxy.
Worthy twin.
The real depression is that he killed them like a second after. Up top, I'm committing here for the Exorcist Tower, more than likely. Up on the 8 while they're at it. Well, they're bringing Carmel too, though.
Got a Haster on Tim's arrow here. Get it correctly. Well, in fact, they will. And Sadie only switched over to the creep though. Carmel shows up. Sonic Wave gonna connect on the point, but they get that kill. Good choke away. Cuckoo living. Foxy trying to run him down. Happen.
Bit too long for the revenge kill here for Boxy. His first one, but beautiful Sonic Wave there from Armel. He just like 1,500 damage. Is really, that's as much as the Bat Rider did after all that time too. Meanwhile, Tim's leaping away here. Boxy's on the chase.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
4 seconds. He's actually holding one more lead.
Oh, the aim blast! He got Cuckoo too! Is Cuckoo dead? I think he might be. Burning down slowly, steadily. Needs to get below that 10% mark.
Oh, it got buffed. It's 10.
Oh! That would have been it.
Tough stuff there.
Foxy only needed to go.
Yeah.
Dire's middle
10
tower
to
is
5.
under attack.
Still like goes late enough to Sven just be about like beats getting low with him. My thoughts there.
If it goes late enough, is this game in the line? I think the eyes are massive. If I actually commits to the Agnes, it does get it. That is pretty. Oh, Cuckoo gets the last one up top.
Radiant's bottom tower.
But there's some terrifying stuff. The Mirana is crazy late game. Arrows just like
Radiant's
constantly stand out.
fortified.
Because you get the cooldown talent and then you arrow. Very hard to play Dota when the beacons start wearing down. The Bristle becomes a whole different beast. You get the fear talent, the Queen of Pain. I would say overall though, the sustained damage looks much more reliable on the side of Alliance. So the further the game goes, and the more like people are just scaling, the fights last longer. I'd probably rather be on the Alliance side, especially when you have like really good late ports and the. So yeah, I think there's some pressure here on.
I guess
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Suddenly he's level 8.
Radiant's top tower is under
How did that
attack.
happen?
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Involved in fights, he's not dying. Well, actually, to get it. It's doing his thing. Man. I think he lived during the triple kill up top, or the double kill, right?
No. You're expecting it.
Still have a way to go before they really. The only time they want to do anything,
Radiant
and the reason is that Gabby just needs. He's still just hanging out in the triangle, trying to finish the guard after that hood. He's not really ready to just.
Well, it's a very like it's not the ones.
Top here. Oh, that sentry. Perfect. I mean, that's some value sentry right.
That one, Vicky shows up. Kill Bernal. Use that one.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Just chilling.
Radiant's bottom tower has
They
fallen.
have 4 points in the Star
Dire's
now.
top tower is under attack.
They want to go for the arrow play here and a sonic wave. There is a possibility on Quake Bow. D Warden right next to him. He's got him in the choke point.
And they're still blocking the ancient. Another round of me.
Yeah, the D Warden, yeah, it's dead. So spawning there. Insania is on the way, but he's gonna be too late. Oh, or is he? 4, 3. Oh, he throws the ult.
There's a battle room top lane.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Last way to connect with the Bat Rider as well as Karn to Armel. Careful about the movement now. Rooted. Armel gonna go down. He's taking
Dire's
DOT.
structures are fortified.
He's only got the 2 point.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Back home. There in that last little graphic, the
Dire's top tower has been denied.
5%. Not anything to write home about necessarily, but much less than sort of far.
I almost always favor the team that doesn't feel pretty. You don't have to make moves. Having to make moves is very hard in Dota.
Radiant's top
Up
tower
to like
is under
getting the
attack.
creeps in the right position and forcing movements out of your opponents is always gonna be a lot harder than just like playing a very.
Is here. Side, he already threw out his stun. Scepter lift up into the arrow afterwards, but can they bring him down in time? It's really hard to get this kill. Sonic Wave to the inside to throw out, Nicky down low, but not quite dead as of yet. He's getting away, but that's the jump forward. Armel also got the scream and will pay for his trouble. They took down that Sven, and then simultaneously, Gabby is pushing the mid lane.
Koikman did that next kill. Yeah. He needed something. This game has not been that credible. He's lowest in terms of like those big cores, right? Like the mid and the safe lane. Cover a little there, but every time, that's Sven's minus, so almost ready too, so that's some lost value. Gabby, he feels like a personal now though. He's got that Vanguard finish.
Bloodlust as well. They've got Quake Clip. They've also who's there? He's got my slide coming in. There's some trouble. Chase forward. Gabby's just dead. How the Ice Blast?
Okay. Oh. Wait, wouldn't it matter anyway? But yeah, it's always fun.
Tight.
Man, Gabby just not looking that tank. He was feeling like Bristleback, but I guess he wasn't the Bristleback quite yet there. A lot of damage from her team.
That whirling part of it, right?
I lost the
Okay. About a third HP, but can they kill him off? Looks like the answer yes. Not able to get down bottom. Mel finds another kill. So team forward with another couple quick kills. Simultaneously. That tier very low. Shut off though before.
Yeah, that is a very good point. Because constantly defending these towers and throwing your bodies needs. So Quickfoot will get there in time. So he's trying to poke it off. So yeah, they're committing.
Although
they got another round though.
This is dangerous. This tower is so important. Can they do it? Foxy, they got the Lotus Orb onto Taiga looking for that kill. The root is going to come down. They will not quite find the tower. They eventually get the arrow connection onto the DP team. Just down in time. Quickfoot gets the overgrowth again. Keeping them all alive.
Gabby's on it.
Fully committing for this, but the tower's still living through it all. It's alive. They're actually keeping this tower alive. 3 dead already.
Oh my god.
And they don't bring it down.
It was so low. It was like one hit away so many times.
Dude, the power of the Treant Protector.
Wow. That is, this thing's gonna be full HP by the next time they get here.
Yeah. They actually aren't going to be able to take it down that easily at all.
I've never seen a tower come that close to dying. Oh, where to go?
Just watch how low this HP gets. And again, they saw this kill potential onto Quakepa, and they go for the kill instead of the objective.
Oh, look at it. Look at it. You can't even see it.
Oh
nothing.
My God.
Absolutely nothing. And Cuckoo's flying over. Tim's is right next to it. They're like, oh, hey, guys, I think he's feeling it again.
We can get Quakepa,
yeah.
But then...
Gabby comes back. Yeah.
Oh, and
I can't break it.
Everybody's going for those kills, and eyes on the prize. Alliance make them play. They keep it alive.
Oh, I hate so much about that.
And you see, it's...
you just go back to that tower. So, there it is again.
Why is that tower so important? Put it into perspective for everybody. What is it about the mid tower?
The mid towers are the best. They're your BFFs, man. It helps you protect the Roshan, helps you protect your jungle. We have a Sven on the team, which means he wants to farm ancients, and those ancients are mighty close to that tier 1. So you have a tier 1, you means your buddies can show up. But you need some help at your ancients. You can pincer them from the shrine, the tier 1. Ooh, it's dandy.
There's so many like ways to go and make moves around the map and like try and invade places. It's all the things, all the good things. And now TNC, like where do you go from here? Like what do you do?
It's just healed it. Here it is. Oh, hey guys, hello creeps.
So they've got a catapult wave, but
it's even better when it's this the tower, you know,
the like, living towers.
Yeah, he should smile when you heal it. Because he's kind of mean, you know. He's got a little, he's very furrowed in the brow.
And that is one thing about the TNC lineup is they don't have that much tower hit at all. It's much more about just killing heroes with this draft. 90 GPM picked up now, the level 10 talent for that AA.
Sentry talent.
Radiant's
See the
bottom
amount of
tower
physical damage
is under
we've
attack.
dealt in this game so far. A nice little chunk of magical.
She's only 3K from our Sven.
Dire's top
been
tower
farming.
is under
Yep.
attack.
He'll get there. He's got his blink dagger. So
BKB next. Agia, 2 components of his Ags. 21 minutes. No, 3 components. Excuse
yeah, he
me.
actually has the staff in his stash. So he's nearly done. I think they should just give him that wave up top when Tim's pushes this in, and he's gonna be almost there.
Man, what a big
That is
play.
not even gonna see very often.
No.
Extremely rare in Pro Dota. He's 1-4-14. He's involved in 15 of the 16 kills. That's really impressive on a Treant.
I like when we saw this hero picked, I was like, I don't understand really, you know, what the goal is. We've seen it here, like the power of defending that tier 1,
Yep.
and then also now gonna have so much of a vision advantage.
I think they broke Loda, you see, because Loda's been watching all these games. He's like, God, why didn't you take the high ground? Why didn't you just finish the game?
Yeah.
What happened? It's like, well, we were playing safe, you know? He's like, you know what? Fine. Just pick Treant, rush Eggs, and how can we lose late game? It's impossible. Oh, no. Oh, gee, all right, he
got it. He bombed it already.
I mean, who cares?
Yeah.
IDC.
He can go down. And we'll get the overgrowth. Sonic Wave comes down. And with that, Alliance looks like they're going to try and defend this tier tower as well. TNC could fully commit for this if they want. Arrow is going to land now onto Boxy. This is a big kill for them. If they can manage to bring down Boxy, they cancel the TP to come and defend this tower, so they take down the Timber.
Yeah, Treant's dead, right?
Yeah.
So, easy.
I guess that's the way you deal with living armor. Just kill the tree.
Makes a lot of sense. And he did miss out on one tree being placed, of course. Like, whenever you get the Agnes on Treant Protector, you're just constantly thinking, like, okay, watching that cooldown. Plant a tree, plant a tree, plant a tree. You know, he's a very green guy.
True enough.
And very upset. Is he? Oh, wow, he's screaming at him and covering his ears. That's way too perfect. Sorry, that's why they left it for so long. They're like,
so
will
good.
they please comment on how amazing this is?
That is so good.
Congratulations, production. You did it.
I love
the mix
that.
and match. It's too good.
It's amazing. All right, we've got the trees, the eyes in the forest starting to be laid down. Also another high tier Aghanim Scepter that's completed with Koikva picking it up on the Death Prophet. Down bottom, Nikkei under fire. Oh, man, an Alliance could get caught out of position. With the Sven.
So fast still for a Sven. I mean, he's not popping ulti, right? So.
Well, but this is the thing that's so strange about that. Like, a great move, a great series of moves for Alliance, and then all of a sudden they're out farming, and then they just get caught out of position. It's happening, and Koikva just gonna drop it, looks like. So another kill that's just going the way as they're losing hero after hero. They've got the silence now onto Timbersaw, gonna try and run him down. Everything landing now. This is Boxy trying to see if he can find the return kill onto Mirana, but the leap away eventually hit by the chilling touch. Tagia will be the next one to fall. Chasing forward for more. AU will get brought down by the Timbersaw, but TNC just streams forward. They find themselves another. They continue to run man after man, chasing forward for Boxy. They're not stopping for anything. They kill the whole freaking team across the map, and I don't know what Alliance was doing. Just got ran at.
Man, the chain kill. They want to defend that tower and like slow them down and everything because they're just like, again, they know that they can just heal it back up and they feel like they can fight there, but absolutely devastating series of events there for Alliance and TT. They got catch, they got reach. It's not like crazy, but the boots of travel from the Batrider without the blink dagger, but he can run so fast, he can just literally run over you.
Man, sometimes you just gotta run at people, get those kills.
I can't believe that without ulti too.
Yeah, right?
Like now they can actually just smoke and go again, which I think is what they're doing. Because they have the Sonic Wave, you just want to instantly fight the side of Alliance.
10 seconds until Moonlight Shadow. They're getting ready to go here.
Yeah.
It looks like they'll also get the D ward there since the camp was blocked. Do they decide to run at him? I mean, the scary part is that you do have Koikva with Exorcism, but if you can burst him at the start...
They're trying to bait Koikva mid.
Oh, this is dangerous. This is dangerous for both teams. The arrow, it's not going to land, but it does get some pretty good vision out there.
And they have a Sent too. So they won't know the tiger there if they get close.
Potentially trying to deny the forest. Jump forward, stun already out. They want to bring down Gabby, and it looks like they're going to do just that BKB reveal from Mickey, as well as that blink. AU jumps forward, but will get killed
safe
as well.
Yeah, that BKB was just like, I want to guarantee this. It's right next to the pit. Let's get the Aegis.
Yep. They have buyback on Bristleback if they want to use it. Dropping down the center. Forward arrow goes out, gonna land
I don't
down.
think they get to this that Moonlight Shadow.
The Death Prophet.
They should get this road.
Cuckoo, they're going crazy. They've got the lead, and they buy back on the Bristleback. They want to come and contest this one.
I don't like this.
This is really scary, and Cuckoo is just going to drop. 65 seconds gone, but look at Rose. She's super low. And actually, they don't have Exorcism. Exorcism wears off.
Maybe that's enough. Okay.
It's so low, though. They've got Aghanim still. Yeah, Quakeville walking in, he realizes we can't
They
just
have
leave
living
this.
armor.
Arrow, it's going to connect. They realize what's happening here. This is super deadly.
Man, if Bat had buyback.
God, Gabby is here as well. They're going to battle for the rope pit. Honestly, Alliance, they're going to jump forward, find that stun. Can they kill him off in time? Yes. Queen of Pain dead for 75. This is a huge moment here for Alliance. If they can find a couple more kills, they want to finish off Roche while the Boxy Timbersaw is able to create enough space off to the side. Lotus Orb going to be able to keep Boxy Timber alive. And it looks like that's going to be the end of it. As AU gets taken down, do they have any extra way to steal the Roche? No. AU, the Ogre, will eventually be killed. And back and forth the game goes. The crazy way that these two teams play Dota.
It's frustrating that you don't have buyback there in that situation. It was not on the bristle, but you should have let it go.
Yeah.
I think that was a mistake from TNC to try and make that happen.
You mean no buyback? Oh yeah, the second. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, then bristle died, and then obviously they forced the buyback, right?
Yeah.
And then not a fan. But they did drive them out. But then now your Queen of Pain dies, and she doesn't have buyback. It's like, oof. Painful stuff. Now you've just given a pretty big lead over to Alliance now, like 2K after they were down like K or something. Right before that. Yeah. Oh my. Jeez.
Experience also 10,000 roughly. Back is super pronounced, and Alliance now sitting just at about a 70% win rate potential for staff, double of it. Marana will
Very
be able to
valuable
dodge
this game.
They bought a gem on the Marana, and I think that is it on the courier? Where did you put the gem?
Probably on the courier for Bat. Yeah. Just got it delivered.
But they also have a Coiling Blade. They're ready to start the deforestation process.
Who has one? Bristle just Ogre?
Come forward, find themselves 10, and that is Aegis down. So big pickup there. They don't want to stick around too much longer. Arrow could BKB timing. Gabby force staff keeping him alive. Boxy chase forward, Yule Scepter. AU drops again. Have the debuff onto Gabby, but it looks like he might be able to walk away from that one. So Glyph, they won't get the tier 2 tower that easily, since Bristle will be able to run back in afterwards.
What really matters is the fight after this.
Chase. Carmel, Yule Scepter lift up. Buyback coming from the Ogre. Abby, he's in the middle of all of them. He's got to be careful.
I think TNC just needs to just take this kill if you can get it, but then you want to fight right now while Exorcism is down and the ultis, the Warcry, the Godstring is down from the Sven. Yeah. Because you still, again, have Sonic Fire. I think you have the BKB, you just go fight right now, punish these cooldowns that Alliance have to wait for. And yeah, you lost your tier 2, but you got the Aegis, which is excellent, and you were going to lose that tier 2 anyway. It was really hard defense there, and trading it for the Aegis I think is actually in favor of TNC as long as they can find something here.
Yeah.
They try an arrow play to see if there's someone camping the bounty room.
They won't be able to find him. Cool, looking for Boxy. Spots him out. Blink forward.
Yeah, I'm just gonna let him go. He just wanted to guarantee the bounty.
Yep. But you can see the gem deforestation play. They kept the Batrider around with the Ogre so that way they could just Quelling Blade the trees. But this Eyes in the Forest is going to be a continual issue as this game goes later and later.
Yeah, if they can get that gem back, that's going to be so bad. They need to make sure they don't lose it.
So 30 minutes in, it's only a 2,000 gold lead. It's been a very back and forth game. Is there one side that you feel like you'd be favoring a little bit more if you were just playing this game, like a side that's maybe easier to execute, or do you think it's relatively even?
Definitely Radiant at this point.
Okay.
I think we've reached that point in the game where TNC do not have enough of a lead where I feel very good about the match.
Okay.
Queen of Pain can make those plays. Again, when we talk about like when she gets to level 25, the fear is pretty crazy. And yeah, the Lasto, of course, is always going to be a big X factor if you can get those grabs. But I think that the execution looks pretty good. I think they've given ways to start fights between the Treant, especially if he gets a Blink Dagger, which he does have queued up next. Between him and the Sven, I think it looks like some pretty high likelihood of success here for Alliance.
Dual Scepter lift up, but the rest of them are right behind. Arrow lands onto Koik. They tried to punch with the Sword Staff, trying to keep his Putty alive, throwing back the other direction with the long duration stun now onto the Sven. Nikkei trying to find a target. He lands onto AU, the constant death that comes from the TNC Ogre.
Yeah, he's just at this point.
And now they find themselves the Mirana. Tim's trying to leap away, but the stun is there. And Alliance say no. They're going to buy back now on the Mirana, and actually they've got a hold of Nikkei.
Nice grab by Kuku.
Making the plays for his teams. TP's out. Do they have any way to break it? No! Nikkei just TP's away. Didn't have anything left in the tank.
Jeez. He did the math.
And
He was
Boxy
like,
doing the same thing again. Alliance just leave. They don't have any way to break it.
oh my god, because he just yules too. Oh, that was pretty nuts. What a TP, man. Like, there was a lot of things to cancel. Because you still have the yules on the Queen of Pain, but it was on cooldown. Obviously, you just used the lasso too. I mean, you have this Mirana, and the arrow was on cooldown. So really solid stuff there from Nikkei.
Did it to him.
Just getting away from Airmel down there, right? Oh, the Ice Blast, yeah, Airmel. Not quite a big enough brain there. I think even if he hit, I mean, she could just be fear of dying too, I suppose.
See that Dota Plus reflecting what you're talking about. 73% win chance right now for Alliance. Win probability, rather.
Just gonna go plant some more here. Seeing if he can scout out what Tim's wants to do. Oh, he's coming.
Root. The chase, Force Staff. Just like that. Looks like they're okay. Arrow. Very, very low range.
I think that does missed. Yeah, he's too
didn't
far
get
out.
it.
Oh, here comes the gem though.
Yeah,
Dude, they know. Tim's is reading this.
They got go. No, they got him.
Jeez. That's the time. Nicely done.
It will take down the tree. In the end,
You have learned nothing.
TNC trying to pull something together here. They're going to need to take down more of these objectives. They want it to work, though.
They could rush bottom with the tree being down. Oh, Kook. Speaking of rush, rushes his way right in there. That was dangerous. Do not want to lose that gem.
Light Shadow.
Radiant Sentry is there.
Vision, but Boxy. Lotus Orb, jump forward. Force
Force
Staff.
Staffs are so good.
Another Force. This is what they need to
Oh,
do.
third one.
Dude, so good. And Gabby is in the middle of all of them. Jump forward. Cuckoo tries to get the left up. Yule Scepters every which way. Not really the way that we thought that was going to work. And well, they get the lasso finally onto Boxy, and they'll take him down as well.
These Force Staffs and Yules, the itemization and use of them from TNC is ridiculous.
Chase down, looking for more. Koikva pops the BKB. They have buyback on Boxy. They're not going to be forced to use it. Yeah, 3 Force Staffs on TNC so far.
Radiant structures are fortified.
It's a really nice answer against the Sven. You just can't find a target.
Yeah, against the Sven, but also just the AA.
Yeah.
You can't hit it without a stun, and they're just constantly moving themselves because like they have the roots too. And if someone else is stunned, then you just need your ally to force staff you. If you're rooted, just force staff yourself. And they do indeed take that tower because Trent wasn't able to heal it all the way up. Just by taking that big fight too. So we have now the spell amp. Not a crazy. No, it's only 12%.
The arrow cooldown is really nice, particularly once you get that 25.
Yeah.
And it's feeling like it's going to be one of those games. I guess Alliance, if they win a fight, you know, you can take buildings very quickly afterwards.
I think TNC are just making some wild plays right now. I think they should not be winning these fights.
It's crazy, isn't it? The silence comes out. The Ice Blast, though. Ooh.
It's feeding. 2 in a row. That Blink Dagger suddenly very far off from what looked like, oh man, he'll have this in no time just by ulting with his trees, right? That's a moneymaker.
That's true.
Start secretly putting these things next to the neutrals. Like, oops. Oh, I didn't mean to ult that carry player. Oh, I got that creep wave bottom, guys. Don't worry.
Yeah, don't worry, I got it.
How many trees do you have? Like 2 or 3 on the map? Not a whole lot.
I mean, part of this TNC has just done such a good job of cutting them down and making sure they don't have the the extra vision.
Yeah, Kuku's just flying over them all and burning them.
Quelling blades, everything.
Radiant's
They're
middle
scouting this
tower is
entire
under
area,
attack.
just trying to shut it down. Wherever there's vision, they claim it out again.
It's really good with Batrider too because he can napalm and get the full vision. Because sometimes if you only have the gem, you can't see trees that are like hidden inside.
Right.
And he can get it on those trees, which is very frustrating to play against.
Dude, Mirana Quelling Blade.
Yeah, man.
that's
You need as many as you can get.
Attack.
Nuts.
Quelling Blade is like broken on supports anyway. I think all supports at like 15 minutes should be buying Quelling Blades for the Ward Wars.
How often do you talk about like the itemization of Quelling Blade Force Staff winning you a game? Right? It's just true. That's what they're doing.
These Force Staffs are unbelievable. And the Yules too. Like just the additional like stun and lockdown and like allowing for that. That's why this whole chase potential is just the constant like and one and another kill. Oh, how about one more for the team because they just keep on delaying and extending with the Force Staffs and the Yules.
In Light Shadow Alliance, it still feels like this Fen is
Radiant's
be
top
all end
tower
all in
is
terms
under
of
attack.
damage and carry potential, and you know it's good and all well the Force Staff people around, but if they're fighting in the pit, which it looks like is going to happen next,
It's because Alliance is the they just need one. It's that classic thing about like I remember Bubble. It was like 2 years ago. His big metric for Dota drafts was how many fights you need to win the game.
okay.
And if you win like one big fight for the side of Alliance, this game gets very hard for TNC, I think. You know, whereas TNC, it's like they're scrappy. Like this lineup itself, I mean, it's just like it's like a lasso into this one kill and everything. The tower push isn't that incredible or anything. Whereas you win big fight as Alliance, and then suddenly you have Aegis and Cheese, and you're like walking high ground. It's gonna be very difficult.
Batrider looking for an opening, which is fine.
Sen needs a stateless though.
Good Yule Scepter from Quakeba, and the Force Staff keeps them alive there. Boxy runs into all of them. Ice Blast lands onto 2. Tim's gonna leap away.
Doesn't look very good for Alliance, but I don't think we can really chase this down at all.
Yeah, this is a runaway play. Don't want to take this fight now.
Mickey just wants 25. He's 25 experience away.
They just got 250 gold for that op sword. it's like a hero kill.
Did they take it from the support though? That's the real question.
I think they Quelling Blade it before Gabby was able to punch it.
Get that XP. Yeah, there we go. Okay, it's 25. He takes the God String.
Okay.
Who would've thought?
Regeneration.
What do we have this time? It's just the cheese.
Yeah.
That's what's crazy. 38 minutes, only 1 Roche taken so far. Feels like Roche has not been the main emphasis of these TI qualifiers. It's been a lot more just like fighting.
Well, despite how much we praise the Solar Crest and everything, there's actually not that many like big Roche heroes being picked at the moment.
Okay, walking in, Gabby, he's up front and center, or he's gonna be found, but the lasso, they got it caught. Yeah, problematic if they can bring him down in time. Mickey has the Lotus Star on, keeping him alive. Foxy also lifted up through the air. Gabby trying to run away. That fresh BKB, not able to stay off to him.
Break. Bounce him right back to the high ground. That's the completely end of that chase.
And that was God Strength used.
Man, Kuku's playing insanely well this game. He's pretty much done everything perfect on Batrider. You can't ask much more. From like chasing down the Timbersaw when it was appropriate in the laning stage to not dying with this gem.
Yeah.
He's been holding this thing forever.
He said it was his best hero.
It definitely, I think it's by far his best hero. Like whenever I think of like Kuku games, it's his Batrider.
Mickey 25. Anybody else getting close to that? Prophet is almost there as well.
Queen's at 24 too. For fear.
They're just walking into the. This is bold as brass.
Yeah, they have the overgrowth and they have the ice blast.
Oh man, oh goodness, Shiva's out. It's happening in some trouble. Mickey jumps, wants to fight him. Ice blast isn't gonna hit on anybody, but the 3-person route isn't gonna be enough though. Gabby's still living through all this. The BKB is out already from Quakeba. Gabby trying to walk away. He has his if he wants to use it as well, but they're gonna retreat and wait for the exorcism to wear out.
They have that lasso though. The one
Roche
issue.
going down. They've got the Exorcism Alliance trying to run in and get this one away from them. Can they sneak it in time? Yes, they will. Nice sneak away, and TNC stunning yourself. Arrow goes out, lands on the BKB Mickey, which means that they won't be able to find that kill. Armel has to back out of here as well. Gabby lifted up. Lotus Orb keeping him alive. BKB turns to fight Mickey. He doesn't have his BKB anymore. He doesn't have his God Strength anymore. Mickey might not have his life anymore as they also force down Azania. That's already going to be the last they're used as well. Onto the DP in a second. He's coming back in a second here as well. Mickey gets the blink away, but it's off to the side in the trees. Yule Scepter lifts up. They find him. Another catch, another kill. H is gone, and TNC somehow do it again.
Alliance is chasing a bit too much there. They're playing an area areas where the Treant is doing nothing too. That's one issue where this Agnums has not done that. I mean, obviously TNC have done a very good job counterplaying it too, but they're not able to make use of the overgrowth really during these team fights. He's just getting like a quick stun or something. The Ice Blast as well. Talking about how these are two very good late game supports. The Ice Blast has been useless. He's been trying to throw it out in moments where they just don't have a guaranteed stun. He needs to wait longer until the fight gets like really messy and everything's forced to clump.
Another catch there. Boxy, he's silent. He wanted to run away, but it's not happening. Down to half HP, but look at it. They got
the gem.
Gem down.
AU.
Need to back up. It's Alliance, the turn. They need to make this happen. They gotta find some kills.
Hand it off AU. Give it to anyone else.
Run away.
Not the Ogre.
The Ogre chased down. Armel's ready to blink in, but he's got the AA blast on him still. And Gabby wants to make the trade-off happen. The force staff, he's still running. He's still got that gem. Tim's the jump, gonna catch the leap. He's out of there. Gabby is still living through this. And Armel's BKB is popped. They get the lateral catch, the turnaround yet again. They've got him caught. Can they bring down the Death Prophet? Quakefa up in the air, trying to find that kill. The fear, the chase down, but the Lotus Orb again. Gabby's on top of him with his BKB working. Over to the side, they find Boxy again. They're gonna try and take down Boxy. Quakefa also super low. Oh my god, he goes back up to full.
Dude, the Ogre brings him out with the gem. Now the DP brings him back with the cheese, but Gabby will not be punished. Oh, that deep dive.
They got Boxy again.
They got Boxy, and we got buybacks from Mickey as well as Cuckoo, right? Cuckoo came back in to help try and get the kill.
What is happening
on a Quakefa. We got an 8K lead for TNC. That's what's happening. The net worth just plummeting and rising here, and well, that one was the plummet after the Roche, all the way down, and that's gonna give the hand at 57%-ish. I see from Dota Plus.
We're just under 60 total kills at 42 minutes. I mean, I don't even know. I guess all of the Aegis and Cheese were used, so we're kind of at like a reset point where we're gonna have to wait for the next Roche again? Or can you make those? Just look at this swing back.
Yeah, TNC are just crazy. Man, this Ice Blast, they gotta hit it. It's so hard, it's so frustrating, but they're actually having damage issues, despite thinking that maybe you know, I thought they'd have the damage edge at this point, but they're just not connecting on spells.
And part of that is the strength of the mobility that you have on TNC. Like, the blink, the leaps, the extra movement speed from, you know, that rider as well.
Dude, AU's gotta get this 20, man. Get the strength. You need it. They're just diving you constantly.
He's been hurting. Poor old Ogre.
Finally, we'll get an Ogre to level 20. It's gonna happen this time.
Both he and Taiga have been in the struggle bus.
Are scanning.
9 deaths apiece.
Where is that gem? Back on the Bat Rider, as it should be.
Smoke up. They
It's
know
gonna
where
pop.
they're at.
Now they see them.
Cuckoo.
Is he gonna overgrowth? Does he want the damage? He knows
some
the
vision.
BKB's still there. He's trying to wait till after BKB's.
Dust out, Boxy, up front and center, chasing forward for Gabby. They got the root. Dual Scepter lift up. They need a force staff afterwards. He needs to BKB away. No, Armel barely gets clipped with it, but he's fine. And now Ice Blast down. Can they turn? Thinking about it. Looks like they just want to try and clear through all of these trees first. Get the deforestation in process.
Team just pinging them out once again, but Cuckoo not gonna risk it. Gonna back himself up here, and just overall, you can see those damage numbers on the side of TNC a little bit higher. Oh, I guess you got to bring that to 22K from the Timber up there. Kind of helps things out there, but overall, I think they got a little bit of an edge there on TNC. They're over hero damage there, almost 26K physical from your Bristleback, slaying it in this one.
He's a monster. I really want to see the Aghanim's come out next for, I mean, just on the road.
Jeez, Cuckoo's about to be level 25. He just cracked it. So the Firefly, I don't think anyone takes the Flame out great.
Firefly, though.
But, basically, it's perma-fly now, right? He's got the 5-6 second downtime. I guess you need the...
Radiant are scanning.
That's for me.
Because the fight happens so soon after. Ooh. Now that'll happen. That'll happen. Go! Took it.
He actually took the Bloodlust?
Oh, he took it. Oh, baby.
I mean, downside to this game, I guess, is that you have the Timber anyway with like the Whirling Death and stuff, so like the stat loss percent maybe you think it's less valuable.
Right.
But I don't know. Bristleback does get a stupid amount of flat damage plus, but I do think it's kind of a trap. I think the 40 strength is just insanely good.
I guess that Gabby, like you're talking about, if he takes that Warpath talent at 25,
exactly,
that would be really good with it. I'd be a big fan. All right, so 9,000 gold lead. They're looking at Boxy, want to try and find their man, and guess what? They got him. They get the arrow lands on him. Sonic Wave out. Boxy still living through it. I think that eventually this Fuel Scepter Fear.
Surrounding the team.
Try and make it happen. Boxy's super low. The arrow, it's not going to get the kill. But it's actually living through it, and Armel has to blink off to the left. Chase down coming. The Ice Blast is, it's almost there, but not quite. And now the blink away. Armel taking the team on a walk. He eventually makes his way out.
All right, very surprised that he was able to get away from that one there, especially with the Spirit Vessel with his Lotus already on cooldown. But team able to back him up, help him out. And yeah, at this point, we're pretty much guaranteed to get the next Roche. Only a minute away here. But Mirana, there she is. Peak Mirana achieved. So now you have a 10-second cooldown on the arrows, scouting about. And oh, they've already bought another gem. Very smart. On the side of a TNC, they want to keep that timer. It's just like when you're playing techies. Even when you still have your gem, you buy another one, right?
The whirling attribute for the talent at 25.
Good thing he didn't take the 40 strength, man.
I know.
Man.
Well, it wouldn't have done it anyways because he's Ogre's in. So it's the main attribute, right? For Mr.
Right,
Timbersaw.
it is.
Yeah.
Very good point. Look at you, big brain guy.
Quite a
Now I'm really mad I didn't take it then. That's all I'm gonna say.
I mean, it's only for the bristleback, right?
I guess because he also isn't getting the magic reduction either, though, because it's pure damage.
Yeah.
So there's that. But I mean, it's cool on the Bat Rider is what I was gonna say, because the attack speed is pretty cool for Bat with the napalm, but obviously not.
Take down the trees here. It's pretty much exclusively for the bristleback, and I guess that Timber feels like he can get away enough with the chain that he doesn't have that extra 1400 range, but I always feel like that talent is just so nice to have on a Timber.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised.
Aghanim's Blessing on Roche.
Ooh. Who does that favor?
Oh, they got Mickey. This man, caught alone. Does have BKB, but Boxy's shown up now as well. All right, BKB, God Strength, turn to 1, but they don't have detection. No detection at this late stage. The fear, the chase, the slow, the stun. They get the Sonic Wave, they get the kill. Mickey's gonna go down, and they also find another round. Look at the damage. Are you freaking kidding me? He's doing 700 damage to Bristleback.
Yeah, this guy gets pretty bananas.
I actually think that they should give the Aghanims to Gabby so he can keep Warpath up all the time.
I think they're going to. No, they're giving it to Armel instead.
Okay.
Oh, no, they're not. He got the Aghanim. Are they?
Yeah, they gave it to Armel.
Yeah, okay. I mean, it's very good on Armel, right? That's like creep wave control and everything, too.
It's true enough. But look at that damage that the Bristleback does. Plus 600?
Yeah, that is indeed pretty crazy.
Or plus 500, sorry. But he's up to 600 with his base. And they don't have Sven now. No buyback, 80 seconds. TNC looking to go high ground and shut down Alliance here in this game for 1. Feeling like we're already going the distance.
Mickey is going to have shock and hero damage.
Gabby, he's taking a lot of damage there. They didn't hit the chain and they pulled back in. Ice Blast, though, it's going to land on a form. It's not enough. It's not enough. TNC, they take down the Timbersaw. No buyback. The arrow is going to connect onto this Death Prophet as well, trying to push her back in. That's the agent popped already for this Queen of Pain, but they have the fear if they want to jump in for this. The BKB just forced to be popped for the Death Prophet as Gabby keeping his eyes on the prize. Going to take down this tier 3 tower in just a second. And Dodo Plus win probability swinging back the other direction. TNC are doing it, ladies and gentlemen.
The buyback on Sven. It was a timer issue. He had the gold.
Okay, chase, trying to run away. No BKB. And the arrow actually hit onto Sven as he was trying to move out.
Is under attack.
Arrow hits Mickey. Just the random triple arrow. But they got the tower.
And 4 bounty runes as well at 50 minutes here, too. Yeah, so that's gonna be a lot over there. 125 each per bounty rune. Oh, actually, it's a 140 there, too.
Radiant's top shrine has fallen.
Goodness. So 32 1,000 net worth lead. And you look at how much they've gotten from the bounties. It was just under 5,000 for Alliance and something like 12K for TNC.
It felt like that mid game when Alliance should have been stronger. They basically just ran into these fights that just looked like way too hard for them. Not even way too hard for them. They just made mistakes. What were we saying?
Yeah. Well, it was actually 16,000 bounty runes for TNC. Like, they've just been able to control the map total for the entire game.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's insane. Oh, good Yule Scepter precast. Able to interrupt.
Shoutout to kay Jomer de la Cruz. Si Rayo, ayan, Junior. Thanks to 500 stars. Magandang hapon sa'yo.
Dealing so much damage
Thanks
right
for
now for
support.
Gabby. He's up to plus 500 yet again. Ready to just beat into anybody that steps to him. They've already killed off the tree. The Timber Saw's coming back soon, but it's not feeling like it's soon enough. They find themselves another catch here. The Fire Blast all to this Death Prophet. Gabby forcing them back into the fountain, ready to start beating it in their face. Sonic Wave out again. That's the Aghanim Sonic Wave. Armel jumps in. Buyback coming. Nikkei trying to heal back up so he can go in for another round. But Timbersaw is dead again as soon as he respawns. And it's going to be a second lane of racks. And this game becomes even harder. Another round of 4 staffs, 4 leaps away. They have another arrow in a second. It connects onto the Death Prophet. It's so hard to dodge away from the triple arrow. Gabby goes in, finishes off an Abyssal Blade now. He's ready to party, and GG is called as TNC take down Alliance in fabulous fashion.
So well played in making team fights. I mean, that's a thing too. These guys, playing together for so long, we used to always call them scrappy. That was the thing, you know. We always said that they're just like a little bit out there in terms of like macro movements and stuff, and it felt like maybe they got like a little bit lost in the plans. But there was one thing these guys were always very good at. It was team fighting together as a squad, as well as like going super aggro and just like going constantly for kills and everything. And I think that showed there, right? The 4 staffs and the Yule Scepter synergy, like you could not get any better than that in terms of the utilization during those mid-game fights. And they just picked apart Alliance in these fights that like Mickey and Koikva, when they were at their strongest, did virtually nothing.
Yes.
Next po yung game 2, abangan natin yun mga sir ha. Nood muna tayo ng LGD versus newbie saglit. Tapos pag lumabas na yung yung lobby ng TNC tsaka Alliance, dilipat tayo agad. Shoutout nga pala uli kay Jomar de la Cruz, Rayon Jr. Tsaka pa shoutout din sa kasama niya, si Ram and Lane. Salamat sa iyo, sir. Salamat sa panonood. Thanks sa support.
BKB, no way out. He dies. The buybacks kicking in from both sides, Rubik and CM. Using these buybacks to try and take this fight. Yuar's come to this one with the God Strike. One more stun. He's going to get Ame. Big kill for Yuar. Showing up to a fight, but unfortunately for him, the Yule Scepter with the chain stuns. Is this going to be enough to bring him down? It sure as hell looks like it. This Leshrak's magic damage, just too damn heavy. The lift onto MSS going to pull him in nice and close. He's got the sentries and the dust for the Ghost Walk. MSS, he's still fairly fast with the Wex movement speed. He jukes the stomp, and it looks like he might survive. FY, he's stolen stun though. And that nuke damage brings him down.
Yeah, FY bought back in that fight, got the 2 kills right after, exactly what he needed. I think they could have saved the faces void if the Leshrak used just a tiny bit earlier that Yule Scepter and the Firelight.
Abang-abang lang tayo mga sir sa game number 2 ng TNC and Alliance. Mga 5 minutes yun, lalabas na sa lobby. Kami sa Dota TV. So ngayon, abang-abang lang tayo mga sir. Wait natin.
Yule Scepter. And he queues up a BKB. I think recognizing that the magic damage this game is what's going to be the end of him.
I'm wondering what talent he's gonna pick up on level 15. Like 15 strength is tempting, but most of the lashes go for movement speed because you have a Yule Scepter anyway, you get the Boots of Travel after, and then you're just zooming in a team fight.
No, all that bonus movement speed can feel really nice when you stack it together.
But this kind of a build, just Yule Scepter into BKB, he's gonna run into mana problems.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under
Newbie, they're smoked up. CCNC coming in from behind. They're going to run from Snoke, perhaps. CCNC ignores X-Nova. He's going for the bigger fish. But the stun is there from the Stormhammer, followed up by a Split Earth, potentially. CCNC in all sorts of trouble. He desperately needs a BKB, but he's still so far away from one, and they've instantly killed off CCNC, and then Pilot Eye followed up. Death to the Split Earth as the stolen freezing field.
I think they're gonna maybe deal some damage to the tier 3s. Oh, Blink. He actually forgot to blink.
The head bomb. Yeah, he knows.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Straight out of the old Looney Tunes playbook there. Not quite what I was hoping for, but it's a 1 fight and a tier 2 tower without Void even being needed. Void's just sitting mid lane farming with his Midas, and they'll happily take that trade.
Sven's still on top of net worth, getting closer to his BKB. And Lash just bought Boots of Travel, went for that movement speed talent. 500, but this kind of a build, it's more greedy, getting a Boots of Travel at this point, but you can have full mana, and the Boots of Travel will pay off in 5 to 10 minutes.
It just feels so nice with this movement speed playing against like Gyrocopter that want to get nice and close. Even it allows you to position and kite so much better in these fights. If they get on top of you, you can just outrun them. You've got a full 100 movement speed advantage over Sven and a 50-60 movement advantage over the Gyrocopter.
What do you think about Invoker position 4, at least in this game?
It kind of okay in the laning stage, like as far as dealing with ET, but at the same time it's felt a little underwhelming.
Oh, he just ran into them. They're gonna pop a dust.
And they're gonna be time walk forward aggressively. It's coming up soon. Charging on forward instead. CCNC down bottom. He just got destroyed by the Leshrak ET, and looks like Zone ET ulti dying one by one. ET Zone sneaking towards the mid lane. Chalice blinks away as well. You are pop the Godstring for that one. They're just chasing more. Godstring being used. Newbie, they're on the back foot here. They're gonna barely dodge the Echo Stomp there as Somnus was hoping to find another kill.
Phase boots on 5 Elder Titan. I would not mind seeing him getting Wind Lace on top of that.
It's all the movement speed items. Full stuff queued up now, but things starting to slip away quickly for Newbie. PSG LGD are playing some very crisp, clean Dota here. Definitely a team that has kind of quietly come into this international. Not really talked about as one of the favorites, but definitely after their run last year, they're coming back playing with the same roster and have had just a solid year. They convincingly, easily qualified for TI fairly early on, and seeing them at the top of TI would not be out of the realm of possibility.
About LGD, what their chances are of winning this whole
Current
thing.
standing po ng
I think everyone
TNC
would
Predator
expect
sa
them to be top contenders for
Dota
sure.
2 wiki
There's certain
ng
teams you look at and you're
Wikipedia.
like, yeah, that's a team
Pang
that's
number
gonna
3
win
po tayo.
championships. The way, you know, you look at, that's like
Nice,
Liquid
nice
in the
natin.
past, OG, VP, Secret. That's what you say
Yung
when you
1,
see
2, and 3, 4 na
as far as the Chinese
standing
teams go.
sa
It wouldn't be a
group
sur-
stage,
a
siya yung
surprise
mapupunta
or a
sa
shock
upper
if
bracket.
LGD won a TI.
O sana magtuloy-tuloy yung TNC sa upper bracket.
Big fight breaking out here. They're gonna
Number
take
3 sila ngayon.
fight off. It is the BKB time.
Sumusunod sa kanila yung Mineski. Well, uy,
He's got
good.
the pipe here. He's gonna pop it on himself.
Well played sa mga Pinoy na nasa Mineski. Support natin lahat ng team ng mga may mga members na Pinoy. No? Tulad ng Fnatic, Mineski, tsaka TNC. Yung Fnatic din po, well played din po sila, number 3. Sa current ranking, sa group B naman sila. So well played sa atin lahat. Game 2 po, Sir Jomar, mga 5 minutes, lalabas na yung lobby ng Game 2. So wait lang natin.
He's in deep. He's surrounded by the entire enemy team. He's been taken out. ET's now being tornadoed up as well, and Nubia winning this fight. Uri with the God Strength is just cleaning up, and Pilot Eye gets a double kill on the end.
What could have been only one.
Baka nag-quick merienda lang yung mga players.
For newbie
No.
turned out to be extremely good for them because
Usually mga 5 or 10 minutes
other type in there.
after ng Game 1, may Game 2 na yun.
Sven used BKB to kill him. They're kind of hesitating whether they want to take a fight or not. It's one of those, we're gonna follow our teammate into death.
Yep. Well, one by one they fell down there, and I think for LGD, you've kind of got to settle things down a bit, play around what is very likely going to be BKB timings. Leshrac has one queued up. Void doesn't have one queued up just yet. He's finishing the Mjolnir, but you got to imagine it's probably the item to come afterwards. Against these newbie heroes, BKB is going to be the name of the game.
He desperately needs that BKB on Faceless Void.
This found the enemy jungle, but has hit level 18 with the blood completed, so he's getting even tankier, a lot more health to play around with now as well.
At one point, whole newbie's jungle was aborted. Now they only have one observer ward in the base, which reveals the items that Courier is bringing, any smokes from the base.
Be looking to keep fighting with this BKB on Sven now. I think they've, was this a Blink Dagger now as well? Yeah, he's got BKB and Blink.
It's go time. They just need to outpush on mid lane a little bit, and the Invoker just used Meteor to push it out. Also top lane's being pushed in, so they need to do something about it. Double BKB. It's go time for newbie.
Ready to fight, and as far as answers to BKB go, LG have got the Chronosphere, but they haven't got the best damage in Chronosphere if they're BKB'd. More likely than not, they're just looking to disengage using Stampede as far as playing into BKBs go. Come newbie smoked up. FY, he's got Blink Dagger, he's going to pop the smoke and then blink away instantly. You are trying to charge forward and then even goes for a blink to follow, but will not catch FY, so good positioning from FY's Rubik.
And that's gonna be their last smoke inside of newbie. Not sure if they have any in shop left, but it's gonna be hard to approach a team fight with just going around, especially with ET scouting things out with the Spirit.
They may look to just use this Ghost Walking Invoker, kind of like as a Nyx Assassin, as this scouting tool. It feels like MSS's job is just to run around the map and try to find some pickoffs for the team, or at least get info. Definitely what we're seeing a little bit. Centaur. There are a lot of enemy heroes. He's going for an extra creep or two. He needs to be careful. He needs to blink now. Blinks out to the high ground. FY though, he does not have the blink out. He's going to get picked off. for 70 seconds as well.
They could try to go for a Roche, even though it's a really scary getting
Is under attack.
Roche against Elder Titan and Faceless Void. Can they chase more? Oh well, now it's Roche time. Sven popped the God Strength.
Leshrac is forcing Hero's bottom. He split pushed a little bit, forced the CM as well as the Invoker to rotate in, but those are not heroes they need to kill Roshan. Ignite from Roshan into the neutral camps. That
Then
kind of
should know
reveals
something
it.
is up.
Yeah. Where the hell's that Ignite coming from? But they know something's up too late. Roche already dropping. They're going to be too late for this one. And Som is maybe in trouble now. He gets stunned up by the Stormhammer. He holds onto the Guild Scepter. Doesn't dodge. He's still doing a lot of AoE damage. Snakey getting brought fairly low. As is the Gyrocopter. The Gyrocopter holds the BKB though. He's caught outside the Chronosphere, doing what damage he can. But the Chronosphere takes up both Sven and Ogre, and CCNC in some trouble. He may have an Aegis, but that BKB's now worn off. And Somnus, he's chasing him down.
Oh, he was hesitating with a stun, but Crack will
Slow
connect.
for lightning.
He's done.
He'll have a stun now. MSS, what can he do? Can he hit a tornado? Looks like he's going to go for the cold snap instead. Helps out CCNC. Now the buybacks come in. The set buys back. Has the TP to the tier 2 tower. Blinks in as well. They're saving CCNC, and Somnus in all kinds of trouble now. Cold snap has one off. Chalice goes blinking in forward to try to help his buddy out. They've lost CM though. And Ame is just so scary in the front lines with this Mjolnir. He just goes launching in forward looking for MSS. Doesn't get the first hit bash though. As a result, he gets forced back. Has got the time.
Nagmerienda pa raw yung mga players.
There was a buyback from Yamar. He didn't even have
Mukhang nagutom.
he just wanted to save the gyro.
Siguro nag-lunch.
That's not
Yeah.
worth it for them
Kaya wait natin.
because they didn't get any kills out of that.
Yeah, it looked like they were trying to get the kills there. They weren't just hoping.
Hindi naman lag sa akin, sir.
TSLG did
Nanonood din ako sa aking mobile phone.
And now following that one up, they march forward, they group up. They have no chronosphere for 45 seconds on the PSGLGD side, but
Pwede yung bawasan yung resolution, gawin nyo lang 720p
BKBs come up. Both BKBs nearing
kung medyo lag sa inyo. Pero okay naman sa akin.
about 1,000 gold needed for
Kahit 1080p siya.
At this point, Gyro doesn't deal that much physical damage at all with the item build that he went for.
Siguro sa connections lang.
Need to address these BKB carriers.
even this, and I feel like this
Check
was
uli natin
obviously
baka meron na.
significant, but it's not incredible. Like he hasn't got that follow-up.
Wala pa rin.
BKB blink, and that's where he's still at. Needs that crit of sorts. Jungle, pile I die, caught out. Tornado is there, but
Mukhang kinarni ng LGD yung newbie
team Bloodstone charges on Leshrac.
And that's a BKB for him. He can TP back with the
Di ba mga hero dito?
Ts.
That's just that.
Somnus, Leshrac niya.
Just hit level 20, cast rank, range time walk,
Yawar,
50. Also
SB.
needs to use that
Si Ame sa
There it goes.
Void.
Expressive.
Anyway,
Doing what he can to push our lanes.
wala tayong pakialam sa LGD tsaka sa newbie.
Scariest or high-level invoker just yet.
Full support tayo, TNC.
Invoker transition into the Axe Scepter and try get some more levels to well and truly scale into that late-game invoker that we all know and love.
LGD pala tinalo ng TNC one time. Bali all one sila nung nakaraang araw.
As well to work towards
Kahapon,
There we go.
kahapong game nila.
Chalice queued up, so. Did have a Bloodthorn queued up earlier.
Tapos natalo yung TNC sa Mineski, dalawa. 2-0 sila ng Mineski.
Then he can figure out if he wants to go Daedalus or Bloodthorn.
Tingin naman, pinagtagyan lang nila yung Mineski. Pinagtagyan lang nila yung Mineski.
Teams playing around.
Feeling ko pinagbigyan lang din nila yung Mineski para magkaroon ng points.
Not the ideal target to go for.
Or kumpiyansa lang ang TNC.
Quick easy kill.
Kaya sila na 2-0.
Easy Bloodthorn.
Kaya di ko sure sila mag-uusap doon, bahala sila. Diba?
Probably
Basta
towers on this side.
sa mga international na kalaban nila, international team.
High ground a little bit with the edict. Centaur double down.
Manalo sila, di ba?
Some retaliate stack charges.
Top tower has fallen.
If you're a newbie, you're just looking to shove out these other lanes. MSS.
Yeah, this is the technique that I mentioned in the previous series. Safe lane towers are not dying.
Tapos naman sila kumain, check natin ulit.
On the bottom, still standing, and they just killed them.
Ayun, meron ang lobby,
Tower
guys.
on top.
29 minutes in.
TNC Predators turn to ban.
The Yule Scepters even, but he did get rooted. Then the Ice Blast were to connect on the debuff. Then it
Yung
was
guys, noto tayo. Samahan nyo ako manood ng Game 2.
mobile.
No, it was super well played from TNC, and they just as much as I thought it was an inevitability for Alliance, they just won so many massive fights in a row that it just accrued to this like 30k advance. It's like, okay, well, it doesn't matter what your heroes are at this point. And then you got these crazy 25s that change a lot of things of how you typically think about Dota. A Bristle back who becomes a absolute siege monster. So this time, how have things changed? We still have the Chen gone. We have ourselves the Oracle gone as well, but it'll be TNC again with the first pick, and again Alliance on the Radiant. So we're in the same situation here.
5 seconds remaining.
So we'll just pick the same 10 heroes, because I think that's how drafting works.
Let's run it back, guys.
Yep.
TNC Predators.
Oh, they banned the Mirana. Alliance are not down for the full run back, it turns out.
So what do you think about that Mirana? Because it caused trouble, but in the early goings, it didn't really feel like it was doing that much in the laning stage.
I think it was a very elusive and annoying core, and then the Moonlight Shadow is definitely a problem because there were fights in the mid and the late game where they just straight up, as you said, didn't have detection. There weren't slots on the Sven for Dust, and the Timbersaw probably could have had some, I guess, but these supports couldn't even keep up and try and get any vision there too. So Sven, with all the problems he already had, also had a vision issue too. So I'm okay with banning it. You know, they've been playing it really well. Game's been going good. That wasn't the best example, I think, of the support Mirana, because he also has like an early game that he usually plays for Tims, and he just sort of missed that out, didn't have the right setups in the lanes. But they did not ban the Taiga Dark Willow. They banned that Shadow Demon this time instead.
Mariska has arrived.
Indeed.
What do you think
for Taiga.
my Scottish accent?
Very good. I'm sure they'll go Willow Luna, and it'll be great.
Luna!
What? That's not what she says. It's
she
Nova.
Nova!
She's not a Pokemon. She doesn't just say her own name. Luna!
Luna! Luna!
Not how it goes. All right, Insania not deterred. He's like, listen, I know that last game was a little rough for your guys, but I got this.
Okay.
It's gonna be fine.
Dark Willow, as opposed to the tree in terms of securing that you get the AA blast, I think it's a little bit better in a way, but again, if you just get like a ton of Force Staffs, I guess it's not as valued because you don't have the Sven on Alliance, right?
Yes. Yeah. Well, we'll see. Who knows?
Maybe they do have the Sven on
Maybe.
Alliance.
Maybe TNC are like, yeah, okay. That took a lot of effort, of course, to deal with that Sven in the last match. Full commitments on like 4 heroes of items. So even though they won the game, you can see they were able to shut them down, but it took a massive commitment and still made the game. Like, they still had to make some really nice plays in order to win that one.
Yeah.
But there's some stun to follow up from the Ogre. We'll probably have another 5 Ogre, I would say, at this point, and then threatening that off-lane Leshrac, just like we had with Vici Gaming. I guess that was a safe lane Leshrac.
Yeah,
well,
that was a Papa.
You know, it was a Papa. The paparazzi. And they do ban Sven. Not gonna let it happen. Fairly good versus Leshrac with like the burst damage.
TNC Predators turn to ban.
Take the Ember out of the pool.
Probably Storm. Looking good for either team right now.
Isn't Dark Willow kind of good against Storm? Am I crazy? Remember?
Well, it depends. You need an initial stun, right? Because he should never get rooted.
Yeah. Well,
So-
you could Yules. And,
I guess that is true.
yeah, but he also builds.
But I mean, you can make the
decks
same
that-
argument against Ember, and they just banned Ember.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Remaining.
Very, very good point. So
5 seconds.
right now,
remaining.
2 supports taken for Alliance. Is there any way to like punish this? There's not a lot of wave clear between these 2 heroes in the least bit.
Alliances
As well as
turn
team
to
fight.
ban.
Oh, it's sort of. And yeah, they will ban the Storm from team. Just because that's what I mean, though, is that like either team, it looked good because you have Koiku who just plays it constantly, right? And then you have the Ember ban, which leads to like the Storm thoughts. But their team fight's okay, but I would say their pickoff is better. Like Terrorize is okay at team fights, but Bedlam's better and it's more pickoff related. So if you had better team
10
fight,
seconds
TNC, that's always
remaining.
one of those things where you can just like outmatch them in that category.
Okay.
These supports
5
don't offer, as you said,
seconds
wave clear that well. You have to like Bedlam constantly for it. And they also don't really have tower pressure to go with them too.
Been seeing a lot more of like a Shadow Shaman, some of those types of
turn to
heroes
pick.
that have it like specifically built into their kit. They're gonna ban the Bat Rider, which I think is wise.
Yeah, it just ruins so many position 1s. Even if you were going to pick like a Jug or something here, I just don't care. Just ban the Bat.
Yeah.
Wraith King, again, we were mentioning these other heroes that work well with the AA. He's still in there. The CK is there too. I feel like Alliance are probably a Chaos Knight team.
Sure.
The Leshrac's already picked up, so that is something that I wouldn't necessarily
10
want to
seconds
pick CK
remaining.
into.
Yeah.
It goes both ways because you can absolutely blow up the Leshrac, but
5
if he's not the
seconds
initial
remaining.
target, he can really help burst down those illusions too. Well, burst. I say burst. It's pretty hard to kill CK illusions, but they do die.
Who's our Tim's hero? What do you think? You want to see like an Earthshaker, an Earth Spirit? Either one of those could be kind of cool. I think Earth Spirit's maybe dead.
I like initial stun. I don't want like another follow-up stun, so I do like the Earth Spirit, like Fisher, and then that helps set up for a split Earth on rotations. Earth Spirit.
TNC Predator.
Earth Spirit's not bad. Sanking themselves, eh? Oxy's hero this game. Sanking, Dark Willow. All right, very easy execution here. Sanking AA too. So this trio is very gank heavy.
And with the Ancient Apparition on their team, Alliance could think about going back for something like an Alchemist. They wanted to cheese it out a bit.
10 seconds.
That is definitely one of those big like signals. It's like, okay, AA's there. Where's the Alch?
5 seconds remaining.
Did we have a Brood ban last game?
Yeah, it was the last ban.
Yeah,
it was the same thing again where they banned Brood and then they picked the Quap with the Brood set.
Oh yes, right, of course. For Armel, yes. Yeah. So we do have to watch out for the potential Brood in here, but you know, Alliance would have options. For example, at this point, TNC don't currently, but you know, I'm sure she won't make it to the 10th pick. So Cuckoo's other big heroes.
He has a good beast.
He's gonna play Leshrac. He is good Leshrac.
Yeah.
I think this might be his.
And it speaks to the respect that they have for the Cuckoo Bat to ban it out after taking something that...
Yeah, because Lesh is still a great hero in all 3 lanes.
Right. So a minute left for TNC on their 3rd pick.
Is there another good leading stun that works well with the Leshrac? Because right now you kind of have to play like the Ogre and the Leshrac together, so then you almost need like almost another leading support. That's nice. So you go Tim's Grim, and he could play. I think you go. Oh, okay. They just take it right now, so they know they won't get a 10th. Fair enough. I'm fine with that.
So Sven's already banned. Cuckoo.
Conko's banned.
Conko's banned. Do we go Tiny?
Yes, you are 100% correct.
Okay.
I can't think of anything that would be more tempting. Tiny looks perfect. Tiny has Avalanche for the Shadow Realm on the Dark Willow, which is annoying. He already has 2 targets he can burst down, about the Dark Willow and the AA that do not get enough HP to survive a toss combo. He has the nice, massive AoE of the Avalanche to help cover a Sand King when he's in the middle of Sandstorm.
I like it.
Trying to control him.
But where do you lane it then? Do you
mid.
just put it mid? Oh,
yeah,
mid against
Tiny
Bird,
mid,
right.
Cuckoo, Leshrac. And then you put the Leshrac with the Ogre in the off lane. You put the Grimstroke with someone else in the safe lane, like I don't know, someone who plays that same tempo of Leshrac. You just do the Jug. I know I just keep going jug, but hero's still good.
If they wanted to, they could go back for something Wraith King. Sure, but it doesn't really play. Like a Lifesteal or something to work. Or even play like an active Spectre. Lots of possibilities. I'm not that afraid of this Broodmother right now. Oh, wow. Okay. So is this a Cuckoo Shaker?
It could be a Cuckoo Ogre, and then a Tim Shaker, and then a AU Grim, and a Armel Leshrac.
But is Armel going to run mid against
Or it could be a Gabby Leshrac, and then they're going to pick some other hero. But I'm really surprised they didn't go for the
Maybe they
Tiny.
feel they have another hero that answers the Brood, and they're like, okay, if they ban the other one, then we'll take
like
the
Tide or something?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. What else could deal with the Brood?
I mean, this I don't know if Axe can even do it anymore without the double stout.
You need like AoE physical damage, I think, because the big thing that got nerfed was the spiders armor, but they still have the magic resist. Something that can like clear through it.
I guess they could be like, hey, we can just play Bristle or Tiny or something, but...
Yeah, they could do Bristle.
Yeah, I guess. Maybe that is what they're thinking.
I mean, they clearly are not concerned about them getting the Tiny banned. Because that's the very clear thing.
I would be, again, very surprised. I guess Alliance are playing that same game in their head. We're just like, wow, they didn't pick Tiny. Because Tiny's just like the go-to. So so they're thinking it might be a mid shaker, perhaps?
Yeah, as the answer. I don't think that a mid shaker is a good enough answer. Actually, how much?
Or off lane shaker, I guess, because Alliance obviously respect the off lane shaker themselves with the way that Boxy builds it.
It's a very interesting. This draft.
I don't think it's mid shaker. It must be a Leshrac thing. I don't know.
TNC
Brood's one of those heroes where you're just like, huh?
Yeah, they banned the Alk. That would have been a nasty last pick.
Dude, Alk Brood? Oh, that would be disgusting. Those are like the 2 big draft traps. this tournament, I think. All that's missing is like a TNC Meepo, right? Yeah, there you go. Perfect. Then we're all set.
10 seconds remaining.
Can he play it? I feel like I haven't seen him play it.
I don't think so.
5 seconds.
Come on, give me the tiny.
Anti-mage.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
All right, well, they were right.
Faceless void.
And the void instantly. They were ready for that one. So the time dilation versus the AM.
Yeah, last game, it's like, no more force staffs. We're done with your force staffs.
Yeah, well, they brought the stuns this time. Way more control now from all that. Oh, they got that sick Broodmother set too. Koik has just been itching to play it. So where are we? We got Armel on the Shaker, indeed.
Oh.
We got Cuckoo on the Ogre, so he's going to be leading the stuns. Tim's going to be the follow-up, and it will just be AU on the Grimstroke there. Man, they had a lot of flexibility that last pick.
Yeah, they did.
But sometimes when you have so much flexibility, it means you don't have like heroes that are absolutely the best suited thing for that role.
That is true. So the question mark for me is the Armel Shaker
I just
able to
wanna
deal
watch
with
mid.
Broodmother? Yeah.
I don't care. No cares other lanes. All cares mid. Because Brood is a hero that she just gets changed, and it's just not a hero we get to see enough.
Right.
And so there's always these questions just like, okay, well, does this work? Is this good enough? It's like mid Shaker, pretty much we've only seen it versus Ember, I feel like, in the past year. It's like the only time it comes out.
So the big thing about Brood is like level 1, it's not a dominant thing, right?
No,
like you start to build up
throwing
spiders.
out webs.
Right. So maybe the thought here is Earthshaker is just going to be able to dominate her in CS and deny everything with Enchant Totem build. You know? Like that could be one of the ways that they try and do this. And then if he gets enough levels up in Fissure and like Aftershock, then he can maybe just like kill the spiders with that.
I am ready to be entertained.
Yeah, this is going to be a very interesting game. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching from home, keep your eyes on mid. We're going to keep our eyes on all.
If. What do you mean? If you're watching from home, where else are they?
That's a good point.
Are they behind? Hello?
Hello? Are you
back
here?
there? Hello. Oh, there's someone behind the light. Right.
If you're watching in client, watching the mid lane, we'll keep our eyes on all the other lanes and let you guys know what's happening. As of course, the wonderful Helper and Wepas keeping our eyes off where we need be. But yeah, interesting matchups.
Who's a Liquid fan there? The Alliance are Liquid fans.
Interesting.
It's their prediction. He tossed out a couple balloons. There we go. It's insane. Yeah, he's the Liquid fan apparently.
Are you even trying?
That's impressive to keep that thing. That's like kicking a rock down the sidewalk. You know, he's keeping that balloon perfectly in line. He had it going with him.
Pools thrown out there as well. I can't do my voice like that. I just can't do it.
I just can't do it. All right, interesting. Oh, Taiga.
I know, it's
So
really
scary.
scary. Hey, he's a thinker.
Player with the most lasted 7 minutes, guys. My prediction
Dude,
was. What do you think?
It's gotta be the Earthshaker.
Who's
right?
Boxy leaning against? It's gonna.
He's gonna spider
30
wings.
seconds to battle.
All right,
happening?
you're right though. What if it's the Brood though? What if she just runs away?
That's a good point. Then you know what happens?
is he doing?
That's a good question. I don't know.
He's preparing. He's like, I'm not gonna let her hide in here. This is pretty smart. He's just cutting all the trees, making some paths.
Huh. It's good places for him to run too, I guess. Drops down his flag, and looks like TNC going to be able to secure the 2 runes down bottom. Fortunately for Gabby, not able to steal away any himself, and he's going to do some nice little quick there.
Champions.
Welcome to Dota 2, ladies and gentlemen, where you can taunt unabashedly.
That's how we like it.
So yeah, Armel, Quelling Blade, has the Enchant Totem already up, so he can boost up his damage, try and just completely deny out this Broodmother. And we'll see what his answer is going to be once the spiders finally come out, because that does feel like it's going to be the big question mark there. Oh, and I really like what Quakefa's doing. Sort of keeping both of the deny and other one at even HP, so that way the Armel can't just secure both of them no matter what. Tim's taking a lot of damage up in the top lane. Boxy to be able to walk away with no real problems there.
So really the only surprise, at least at this point, is that the Ogre's alone. But we'll probably have the last track rotate down here. Now the kill wasn't successful, and they'll try and just get like Ogre comboed up there and try and just kill Insani on the AA.
Do you think a big rotation like that?
No, just Tim's. Just Tim's TVing down once they miss the first blood up here. And yes, the first blood. They did indeed. For he will be first blooded. Now it comes to the question of like, do they have too much pressure on the AM with that death? So, and Tim's had already TP'd actually. I didn't even realize. So, oh, and he bought a Bassi. Okay, never mind. He's playing up top.
Okay, so full
So
tri-lane.
they're just tri-laning. Yeah, interesting.
The tri-lane with the anti-mage.
So can Ogre live versus just a? Oh, AU. Man, that's tempting.
Oh, he takes some tower damage.
Yeah, that wasn't worth it. Attack. I just had to make sure. So Ogre, without a stun, I guess he's fine, right? Because they need to get lucky on a bash like twice in a row to actually connect the cold feet, and he should just be fine down here as a solo. And he's body blocking the small camp.
Nice.
They even spent a D ward. Okay, very well played by Cuckoo. Guy's having an amazing series so far.
Definitely. Arcane Rune spawns down bottom. It looks like the Brood might be the one that goes over and checks it, or possibly not as well. It's actually going to be the Ancient Apparition. So A picks up the Arcane, use that to spam against the Ogre. That could actually be kind of problematic with the Chilling Touch. It's just like so much continued harassment. But top lane, going in now. A little bit of a stun there on the Boxy, but no detection available as this is taken away.
All right, as you can see here in the mid lane, 19-7.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah, Cuckoo's. Armel having a great. Again, this is another like, kind of common Brute thing, right? Where the earlier levels aren't really that time where you see the total dominance and they're stacking all dance. But there you go. Gets the Fisher.
Ooh, mid top though.
Oh, sorry.
They're gonna go on to Boxy.
I just love it.
There you go. This Boxy is gonna take some more punches, and it looks like Gabby almost finds the kill. Does he die for it? Doesn't need to. But yeah, mid lane, like you were talking about, Armel put out a lot of harassment there. Couldn't quite kill off all the spiders, but I think that he killed some of the spiderites, the less tanky ones.
Yeah, Quick was starting to build that army, but he's forced back into the jungle there. So gonna have to start stacking up those webs, get the points up there too with the spiders, and we'll see how level 5 treats them. But up top, again, it's just more blood.
Tim's. The dirt. Time, the anti-mage, Gabby sticking around the area, wants to trade hits. AU, he's gone a bit too far forward himself. Boxy should have another burrow strike, lands it now onto the Grimstroke, and he goes down.
Taya getting low, but he's out of mana, so the damage.
Oh, another round, another fairy fire, the hit, he gets the kill. Well played. And now the stun, the follow-up, but it looks like him not wanting to stick around, just wants to get back to farming.
Yeah, just making sure there wasn't another burrow strike. Probably did another cooldown precisely because Tim's just came back in. Last time we saw Taiga on the Dark Willow, he was, I think, 4-0-1 to start the game, but already 2-1-1, not too bad. And heading back up with a full mana and HP pool to see if he can secure a few more for himself. And of course, he's the best fire for the Radiant. Yeah, this line.
Burrow strike away from the stun coming from AU, and Tim's looks for the stun himself, is going to be able to find it there on the Dark Willow. More punch on the side. Getting close to Bounty Rune time. Let's see how this works out. Also getting close to Armel Echo Slam time.
That is scary, because you know that when it's the mid shaker, he's going to be stacking those points in the aftershock. A lot of times, you're not that worried about the early echoes versus earth shakers, because they tend to have more points like the Fisher early on, especially like that support role. But
God, and AU again, the bloodbath continues. They dodge away before Boxy is able to get off any type of stun. Now Taiga also in some trouble. Fates, not Fates, excuse me, Diabolic Edict doing some good damage. And might actually snipe him. AU,
Time is money. I'll take yours.
Go away there, buddy. And that does mean that Alliance will be able to secure the 3 bounty runes rather to the 2-1 of TNC.
oh, Cuckoo. Oh, he's out of mana though on the AA. So he should be okay. Well, unless they get the bash, of course. And Mickey had the 1, but didn't have his time walk back up, so he didn't want to go for it.
And now Quakefa is sort of relegated to heading back to the jungle. Armel does have 6.
Yeah, he's got the bracer too, so I think he's just too tanky to deal with, and that just means that he's gonna have to try and chase the Brood if he wants to go for the kill, but I highly doubt he's gonna see a spider again. Dang, mother!
Now it's really tough to make that work. But the other thing, honestly, is like even just Broodmother walking in and trying to get last hits, I think Armel can just kill him.
Yeah, that's
like without spider.
Yeah, and I know what you mean. Yeah. It's not a good look. I thought that he'd have actually a chance to harass him a bit more, but just that early armor is too much on the shaker. 5 already.
Ogre throws out the stuns. Here's another last hit, but the slowdown comes from Insanian. Another bash here on a Cuckoo. Actually, they don't. Insanian just gets the DOT kill. 4-2. less than 1,000 gold lead, and Armel, we're talking about so far, leading in the last hits, these early stages. And also in terms of net worth.
7 minutes too. All right, Armel. Keep it up, buddy. You got this.
Look at that Cuckoo carrying the last hits. He's had a really good lane down here for an off-laner that's solo against 2.
Yeah, his last hits haven't been great, but now it's Sankings.
Yeah.
You know, he's constantly retreating. He's got a bit more kill involvement. So in terms of like the net worth, the Sand King is a little higher, like 300, 400 gold. But yeah, once again, just by himself, Cuckoo. Making a rotation, coming top.
Want to make this work, and Tim's will go down.
Oh man. He's going for the AM.
This is a bold play. I don't know if they can get this. The counter spell in a second, possibly. As an answer to Boxy, the chase forward didn't have it up. He did have it up, but couldn't get it off, I guess, in time. And with that, the anti-mage gets punished.
Yeah, really nice done here. Perfect rotation. You so rarely get a big rotation like that in your first chrono. And this was, I was gonna say a triple, but Armel,
what a guy.
Coming for the team, has the phase boost to get there in time.
Meantime, Tims makes the rotation. They find the kill on Insania bottom.
Good counterplay there from Tims. Just making that read. It's just like, okay, well, I'm stop. I'm gonna go down and get a freebie. Don't want that AA getting any free XP. Getting to that 6 as early as possible. Now Gabby's down bottom here.
Leave the safe lane that is no longer safe and go instead onto Boxy. Got him caught out of mana in a lot of trouble. It looks like Boxy is going to go down, most likely. Gabby finds the finish. Last hit for him, and also looking like a tower.
I like how Tim's held the dust. He didn't instantly pop it, they just blinked on him. And then he just burrow striked and ran out because he was scared he was going to get stunned. They're going to dust him.
Yeah.
And Tim's didn't like waste his 90 gold. So now if he comes back, he still has problems. Whereas if they had popped that, right? An issue. Now he thinks there's a sentry there. He bought a sentry ward and bringing it down.
That is not the case. Looks like it's just gonna have to clean up the remnants of that bottom lane where they're about to finish it off for Gabby.
No, Tim's stuck it. How did all that work? Okay, sorry, we're mid lane now. Tim's Gabby, we're fighting over a tower, I think.
Look at the spider army. I think that he is dead, maybe? Armel's moving in. Oh, give it to me. Oh, no. That was a lot of gold.
Wow, so he actually just gets all those straight up from the totem and the fisher, right?
Well, no, it was the stroke of fate that also killed it off. I think Tim's dead again.
From the earth.
He's a rough time on the Celestial. Not gonna lie.
It's hard enough being a core Leshrac and living. Rely on these support Leshrac. Oh, the fisher. Not quite on the mark, but that's all right. I'll just dunk them.
They're just gonna go for the chrono.
Around the fisher.
I don't know if they're gonna be able to find this kill. Looks like they will. No, Gabby not able to escape from that one.
Armel's doing the math right now. Slam. Chance of them. Fisher in 2 seconds. Oh, the combo and slam.
Got him. Well played by Armel.
Imagine if he'd have got that bash. That would have been crazy.
Dude, Armel is having a really good game.
Yeah, is he ever? Perfect choice here from TNC.
Because it's like a lot of those other heroes that you normally pick against Broodmother, they don't provide the same level of team fight that an Earthshaker does. Like,
yeah, that's why the Kunk is always banned so early. Because Kunk is the only one that can really do that.
I mean, Tiny in a way, he's much more like pick-off oriented. Like Earthshaker is amazing way into the late game.
I think, well, actually, I'm not sure what he's gonna do for his build. He currently has the Ags, or the Blink Q, and I'm just curious about the Aghanim Scepter, because one thing about the Ags is that it's like...
is Mickey dead? Oh. Yes, he is. Oh, the Split Earth and the finish. Just the rotation. And I don't know, it feels like Alliance are just a little bit too cavalier with their movement around the map. Getting punished for it.
Keep in mind, though, that this guy is 0-0-0 on the Broodmother, and he's kind of close to share. I guess he's like 1k behind after that. It was a little close before. This guy's 3-0 on 1, and now is the 2 mana talent to make up for his phase boots, as they will grab now Cuckoo, though. That is a core hero, of course. Not the position 5 ogre, so you can see he can picked off all day.
Shaker has his Blink Dagger, but it's back in base, so cannot bring it out to him quickly as he might like.
Nah, it doesn't have echo anyway.
Yeah, that's fair.
Who cares?
Insania, about to be level 6 once he finishes, or picks up the tome, rather. I believe it's coming out in the courier.
Where are the spiders at? Did they get stroked or something? 'Cause there's no spiders.
Might have been. So 11 minutes. How worried are you about this anti-mage at this point? Do you feel like he's having
I'm
an okay
not
game?
worried about aim at all because I have Tim sitting here with 2 wards just saying, hello, would you guys like to come for some kills? Perhaps smoking up with a blink dagger? That sounds like a great idea. They don't actually have a smoke though, so Armel's just gonna have to do it with the blink itself. Fortunately, some of these Radiant heroes are moving away.
Oh my god, they're trying to bait out Cuckoo, it looks like. Alright, jump in Chrono. They can defend against this if they wanted to. But with the Ice Blast coming in, it looks like Cuckoo is going to be punished. Thinking about the jump, Armel looking for his opening. He decides to go for the Willow. And, well, he gets that kill for sure.
It was a almost 400 damage totem.
Koikfa does not want to... Oh god, look at that stroke of fate, man.
Yeah, he is destroying this Broodmother. Every time I look at Koikfa, he's lost his arm.
And suddenly, you've got AU who's the second or the third highest last hits in the game. 81.
81 last hits. Look how poor he is. Oh,
He's the second lowest net worth.
Man, spiders are terrible. They give no gold.
I know, it's crazy.
Ah.
He kills them all again.
Yeah, that was like 40 gold.
He legitimately might end up most last hits in the game. Just because he could hit it from so far away.
Yeah, I mean, there's no real counterplay for Koikfa. You can't blame him that much. If he wants to pressure mid, it's not like you can see the Grimstroke at all. And there's his depression again. Thank you for showing once more that he is the lowest net worth despite all these lasses.
So right now, Armel is really the playmaker on this team. Decided to go back now for an Aghanim Scepter, it looks like. Which is a little bit interesting again. I think it's just more that maneuverability is... Looks like Cuckoo might be caught, and he's gonna TP away.
I thought this Ogre guy was unkilled. Cuckoo.
He needed a multicast there.
It's like 3 in a row.
He
Come on
needed a
now.
multicast.
I guess like before he's dying every time. The one time he gets chronoed, you can't really blame him for that. This time he's on the other side of the river.
Yeah, true enough. Is Taiki dead? What about it? Further.
Yeah, not gonna try and chase. The Realm's max level too.
AM about 600 gold away from his Battle Fury, roughly.
Radiant
14
are scanning.
minute mark.
Armel and Tims are up here looking for someone to show up, but Radiant kept the scan. Mickey is out.
Yeah, I realize. Let's go. Mickey, hand of Midas, decision for the Void.
I think
Middle tower is under
Armel,
attack.
like this is why I don't like the blink that much in games like this, is because the blink only feels good with Echo, whereas the Aghanims just feels really good. And I kind of feel like he can't just be camping around like this. The only way this works is if he somehow gets his kill. They know it's not. They know the Shaker's sitting here.
Well, I don't know. They actually just show up and also able to get the Sand King.
See, that was the problem.
Oh my god.
They didn't know. I guarantee they knew because they scanned. They knew he was sitting in there, but they thought that when he came in, Boxy would have the counterplay. Unfortunately, he got the worst possible timing of where he got hit by the Fisher too. Because the whole plan was that, yes, we know that Earthshaker's going to jump, he's going to echo you, I'm going to Burrow Strike, and then you're just going to chrono everyone, and we'll get a kill. Because I'll be able to just like Sandstorm or whatever. That was the issue. Yeah. It was a smart play,
right?
But they outgained themselves with the second stun.
Tims, the fear, terrorize out onto several, and that's going to be the big turnaround that's needed. So they take down Armel, they take down Tims. Playmaker's dead. It is still space for the anti-mage, but it's not necessarily the greatest feeling in the world. It looks like he's going to have the Battle Fury brought out to him. Just about that 15-minute mark, and head off to the jungle to farm. As far as space creation goes, it's still working for TNC, but Alliance, they've been able to pull some stuff together. It's just crazy that it's like, you know, this Broodmother was only 1 tower taken so far.
I mean, last, yeah, now. 109.
He's got more last hits than his AM.
All right. Oh, they're tied.
Yeah, they switched
neck
back
and neck. This is an epic battle. He was even hitting neutrals trying to beat him right now. He's like, yo, what do you at now? 15, I'm 150.
Oh, moving in. Cuckoo in trouble. Gets caught. Armel looking for the combo. Can they kill off this Broodmother in time? It looks like they will. Gabby finds the finish. Chronosphere comes out with the epicenter. Great play coming in from Boxy. Can they kill him off in time? The silence! Oh, it's not going to be enough though. And Armel chased down for the moment. Has an enchant totem. Nikkei. They still have Burrow. Jason. Burrow strike comes through. They take him down. Alliance doing him dirty with Boxy.
I was like, oh, he's not burrowing him. He's like, wow, that was really smart away from the spell shield. And then he's just walking away at Armel. He's like, oh, he's still not burrowing him. 3 heroes. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
That was patience right there from Boxy.
So often he has been the playmaker for this Alliance team, like getting everything that they need.
Whenever they're like losing games and everything and like, oh man, Alliance looking so good today, it's just like, your boy Boxy is going to get his hero, be it the Sand King or the Shaker, and he's going to win you some Dota games. This guy loves the big playmakers.
800 damage dealt with 1 Burrow strike. Give it to me.
That's pretty good.
Give it to me.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Okay, on point with the Chronos once again.
Yeah, he's doing it. Gabby has gotten his Battle Fury at this point. Is this a game? Oh, let's watch this again before we get into
Oh yeah, here we go. The only problem was that they couldn't quite save Quickfoot. It's like, I'm coming with the ground. Oh, sorry, bud.
No, and Boxy being just outside of it. Yeah, like you said, great play by Nikkei to get that Chronosphere without catching Boxy in it. Because if you do at that point, these kills don't happen.
Yeah, and like, he had a 2-man burrow right there, and he just waited and waited, and then it was like, oh, perfect.
Unreal.
Bait them in a little bit.
But yeah, it does have that feeling in this game of, you know, an AM that's kind of been left alone, but there is a Faceless Void still that he needs to be concerned about, right? Like, can't Void eventually cause enough issues for him?
Yeah, for sure. And then we're going to have Brood on their eggs, which is another thing we don't want to forget about. He's going for the BKB first, because it's a nice BKB game versus the Shaker, versus even just the AM, the Leshrac, all these nuisances for him. Grimstroke too, I suppose. Some chain stuns. But once the Ags is out, it's just like Broodmother is such a terrifying hero to play against. It's like super fast. This army right now. Where is my Grimstroke?
Oh
god, this army.
Armel getting the walk away, chase forward. Venom's Embrace used to make sure there's no follow-up stun, keeping AU alive. But that was Epicenter used.
Dire's middle
Didn't get the kill onto Armel.
Attack.
He went for it. I was like, I want to let you to go for it earlier, but he's just like throwing strokes of fate into the trees over here, trying to find the spiders.
Yeah.
He's just chucking them blind. Ooh. It's only a 5-second CD, man. That's so long.
Oh, Boxy's out of mana, though. Boxy is dead, I think.
Yeah, then I'm not even going to waste the dunk.
Oh, no, they did use
the they used the other dunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I can't say dunk when there's actually a Shaker in the game.
I guess just a little bit concerned about him burrow striking away there. They made sure they had the full chain stun.
Under attack.
Had a little bit of vision loss there for a moment.
Oh, do they have a sentry? I don't think they had a sentry on him either. Oh, okay. Radiant sentries. Yeah, that's why he went for it. Oh, that was quick. Tires got blown up.
Was that a kill? Was he hitting neutrals and that's what killed him? The cleave from the AM? I'm not sure.
I think it was the Echo Slam.
Oh, okay. He actually finished it that way. Okay.
Big circle there from Insania saying, let's go.
My thanks.
But that is 2 dead at the same time. And it looks like TNC are the ones that want to make the move themselves.
A bit of a weird smoke going like this without the Echo Slam.
Zania, spot him. Jump forward. Oh, good force stab. Quake moves into position as well. Tim's needs to run, but he is going to be the sacrificial lamb. And they actually Chrono the Earthshaker. It's forward for this guy. They have the Terrorize available if they want to use it, but it doesn't look like they're going to need it.
Yeah, Foxy with the save. How about Insane now? That helps Insane get this track down there onto AU, who's going to have to try and TP out.
More punch. He gets the kill. Over and over again, they're doing it to him. And Cuckoo's going to get burrow struck here in a second as well.
Top tower.
Can they get time with other heroes? I don't think so.
This Ogre
oh my god, the body block.
Abysmal game. Like, poor Cuckoo.
Dude, Foxy body block. He blocked him until the turnaround. Cuckoo's just going down again.
Radiant's top tower.
I mean, we look for this like early Midas when you play this core Ogre, and then you're like, oh man, he's gonna get so many items now. And he just got nothing.
Dude's broke as a joke.
Radiant's
oh, Gabby. Gabby. Manta? Alright. Boy.
Farm those illusions. Easy 64 gold.
He's trying to bait him in,
Dire's
just
bottom tower
dispels
is under
it,
attack.
then backs out. It is going to be a 2,000 gold lead for Alliance, who feel like they've taken kind of firm control over this one. But it is a bloodlusted AM. Something that's not easy to deal with in the later stages if you can get towards those items.
Oh, wait. Hide behind the trees. Just try and steal the away from his aim instead. I see how it is. Are they smoking? This looks like a TNC smoke here as Tim's dancing on the stairs. Do we have a smoke? Got one in the backpack from AU, but nope. They're gonna move in and let AM finish off some Ancients. I think Roche is just on the menu here. Alliance. Kind of surprised they haven't made their way there yet. I guess because the Broodmother doesn't have the... Well, she has the medallion, so yeah. I didn't finish the Solar, but still obviously quite good.
Right. Going for the Scotty next on the anti-mage. A little surprised by that. I thought that he might just go for like the immediate basher and try and like jump the void or something.
He's trying to live chrono. That's the only problem. He's just resigning himself to getting chronoed, I think.
Okay.
Quiff was so slow. He's out of a weapon. Where's my Ags?
You know, something that we didn't really mention all that much was when people were looking at the core Ogre build, like sometimes it was going along the lines of a Dagon or any of those things. And you combo that together later on with the Grimstroke. That could be pretty cool. If he goes for some more of those, like a Hex or something like that, the double control type of plays.
Wow, that's just wild.
Right?
You know how those multiply. I know that when you do a multicast, it's a separate instance. So I guess theoretically it's a separate instance, right?
Yeah.
So it'll be like
8 Dagons.
Yeah.
Good Yules. And Tagia ended up hitting himself. Well, that's what happens when you play against Anti-Mage.
Yeah. You get bopped. They pretty much need Armel to use Echo Slam, and then I think they're going to head in towards the Roche pick. So once the Echo's down, they can definitely just Roche from the side of Alliance, and I don't think there's too much to worry about. Although with the Aghanim Scepter, he's more valuable than just Echo at this point now.
Yeah. Well, and also the Aghanim Scepter on the Brood means that they have to be kind of wary about moving anywhere because you can just lose a tower so quickly. And Brood is level 20 now. You know, that extra spider attack damage, they're going to take down buildings very rapidly.
And Alliance is just keeping themselves around the pits, or like at least scanning there too to keep an eye on what TNC are up to rather. But not moving too far on the map. Mickey, they think that they're actually smoking in towards Koikva, I believe, because they're guarding him from the tree line, and now it seems like they're going to smoke. At least that's what they're, yeah, they got 2 smokes on Insania, so they're going to smoke behind Koikva, leave him revealed, and our big initiator, of course, will be that Void. And Armel is here, prepped for popping smokes.
For that
Mickey knows.
He's walking through, maybe. They see that he's in the trees.
All right, they triangulated.
All right, they figured it out. And Armel, they spot him. In some trouble, though. He goes down.
That was really nice. The way that Mickey just stopped moving, right?
Yeah.
When his smoke popped, he just waited, and then Boxy went up, and his smoke popped, and they're like, okay, guys, he's in there. And he just like slowly crept their way in there. And well, I thought they had to wait for the Echo Slam to be down. The other thing you can do is just kill the Earthshaker.
Why not?
That'll put you into the Roach Pit.
Oh, good ward takeaway there, too. So now they don't even have that vision around the pit there, but they should realize that Roach is being taken. And
I think they're aware they can't do anything.
just going to go and try and get some split push working. Wait, Ayu? He's out real far. And Ayu's just going to die, it looks like. He gets the silence off to 2, but that's not doing anything. And now we're going to have Grimulti for the potential fight that could come. I guess they probably... Is this just going to be a farming just for Alliance?
No, I don't think so. I think this is a Broodmother and get super aggressive Aegis, and just force AM to play like all this at best, but mostly it'll be like Alliance should get this whole part of the map there.
It's a lot of the map.
That's the power of the Broodmother. You get to cover 75% of it with your spider or with your webs once it's complete, and I think it's on the courier. It's actually done. So here we go. 15 web charges all of a sudden. How is that for you?
That's a lot.
Yeah, and so the other bonuses from the Aghanim Scepter here is I'll bring it. You get movement speed cap is removed, you get faster movement speed, and you get way more webs. So he's currently 563.
Yeah, they just
he just hates
jetting around there.
Yeah.
Doesn't even have boots.
No.
Are scanning.
Not needed. Alright, Gabby pushing down bottom, gonna get some split push working. As much as Brood is amazing at going for split push, so too is the anti-mage.
Oh, bash. Oh, he got it.
He didn't go scepter
He had
first.
the ghost too, and he's like, nah.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Ooh, he's doing a lot of damage to that Void. So yeah, Void does eventually manage to find that kill. Although, oh, the plays! The Void! He took too much damage! They just blow him up!
Whoops. Didn't expect that one. That worked out really well for them. And now,
easy.
yeah, Alliance are still playing a little aggressively there. All that just damage from the Leshrac. Like, oh, that was poor Leshrac. Finish out. Okay.
Yeah, I'll tell you, the spider damage is so ridiculous. And now walking forward, they need to be careful. The fissure comes out. The fear, though. The turnaround one is coming with the enchant totem. Koikfa tries to chase forward for more. Boxy able to find that stun, but it's not going to be enough as they throw out the Man Void. Armel waiting to pop that shrine until the Ice Blast. Oh, excuse me. Gabby just walks away as well. So they're fine. The pipe doing work for them there.
Pretty dangerous to be up this far without your Void, though.
The pipe is so valuable against this team here.
Don't tell them. They just walk right past. They jump over them.
This was the team with Aegis. Those supposed to be making the moves, but TNC somehow outfight them.
Murder of Tim's. And they will at least secure something too, because one of the things that's going to be frustrating is that even when you win that fight, there's nothing to gain, but there was still a tier 1 tower in that mid lane. And no way chance they were going to defend that without their 2 big controllers of the team fight in the Faceless Void and Sanking.
They just know this ward. Wait, no, did they not spot it?
He can't see that high ground one.
Threw out the stroke of fate, yeah.
Onto it, did he?
Yeah, but I guess he didn't see it. Huh, strange. But the good vision in the area there by TNC to place the ward up on the high ground that is going to spot all of this movement. Alliance, if they step over a little bit further to the right. Okay, Chronosphere is available. Who do they find? Good old Kook.
He's recovering. Oh, my God. Speaking of recovery, all right, we're good. I'm going to get a 4-staff now, guys. Yeah. Don't worry about it.
All of their vision right now for TNC is just so good. Like, they see all of the Alliance right now. God.
No, there's one good D word, though, from Insania.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Investment made back 1.0 times. Perfect.
Well,
money. Yeah, it's perfect. I see. The money one.
I like that.
It's good. Count some combos. Tim's again. He's like, all right, you want to play this game? How do you know my friends aren't lurking again?
Well, they have an idea, and Tim's is going to die, but meanwhile, off to the side, Gabby has found Insania. They get the Chronosphere off, but is it going to be enough? The jump forward, they find the stun, follow-up coming as the Grimstroke shows up. Mickey trying to run away, but Gabby just blinks out. Quick but fine. He's taking a lot of damage, but he has another blink, and it's a long range. Cuckoo
fell off the web,
chased. See if he can make this happen. He still has the Aegis. And Armel shows up. All the spiders doing a nice bit of damage. He has Echo Slam available, but Armel does not want to take that chance.
Yeah, Gabby's just too low to re-engage there. Even with the BKB and the ulti, he says, no thank you.
The scan hit, but now no longer.
Yeah, Armel has the Blink Dagger too. Oh, Tiger the Yules.
Yeah, and the root, they've got him caught. His root's gonna wear off in a second. Might be able to jump away. The Echo almost goes for it all, but it wasn't enough.
Man, if he got that Fisher off, Tiger was done.
Yeah. Gabby, in the meantime, has continued to reign at the top of the net worth chart.
Hoping the team didn't see that solo shrine right there. Oh, what? Huh? Oh, I missed it.
Oh, is he going in for Mickey? Silence, but not able to get it. It was a nice attempt, but AU looks like he might pay the price. As Koikfa gets that kill, chase forward, looking for more. Oral strike to turn it in trouble. Gabby goes down.
Man, that was all for an attempt on an AA, and instantly tipped by Mickey saying, boy, what are you doing? Get off my support.
And still alive. Again, find another kill. Alliance stomping over to them. That was the BKB 10-second unused by Gabby. That forces now into potentially a high ground push from Alliance.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And as good as the Earthshaker was in the laning matchup, I think the combination of both the Blink Dagger, I think he needed the Ags first, but I see kind of why he didn't go Ags first, because he went Ags first, like who plays with him when he's jumping around? It would have to be really well executed.
Yeah.
But I think that's what they had to do. I think the Blink was like you're just all in on the Echo. Whereas with the Aghanims, you can just like chase and continue, and like you're setting up the stun for the Leshrac and the Grimstroke are both playing with you, and you're using the Inkswell to like chase down the Chant Totem. Like that's the kind of gameplay you needed. But it might have been because Cuckoo was so far behind that he felt like they just had to go for like the Gorilla style, where it's just like one and done with the Echo Slams. But one kill every 2 minutes is not going to be enough at that point in the game to slow down a Broodmother draft. Where the Quick was just, I mean, he's 10-1-4.
Yeah, he's been monstrous this game. And as much as you can say, like, oh, run in and, you know, get the Echo Slam that kills off the Brood, it just hasn't happened because Quick is microing his spiders really, really well. And now, TNC are in a position where they need to hold out. They've got to hold high ground, but every second that they're just stuck in their base, Alliance are going to get further and further ahead. Now, one storyline that has had a lot of talk in this tournament has been Alliance ability to finish off games. You knew where I was going.
I know.
That's a big swing.
That's not just this tournament. That's this whole year, dude.
That's a big swing, but we've seen it go the other way before. Alliance, they need to find a way to finish off this game. And killing off Gabby here is a way to do it for sure. Everybody jumping on top of this guy. Armel wants to find initiation to turn it back around, but they will kill off Gabby again. But the combination coming out isn't enough. It's not enough. The BKB is out for that Faceless Void. Can they kill him off in time? It looks like the Ogre is also going to die. TNC gets spanked.
Yeah, 80 seconds now with no anti-mage. The mid laner act's already gone. Now they can just take that tier 2 in the top lane if they wish. Plenty of them there.
He literally just respond. How long was he alive for?
It's hard to farm when you're dead. So yeah, rough stuff here. Jeez, got stunned. He got Burrow Strike, Chronoed, and Feared, and Cold Feeded, as well as bashed numerous times. I even got broken at the end there as well, I see. They really threw everything at him.
They made it happen. Alliance on top of it. Looking good in this game number 2 after a heartbreaking game number 1 loss.
Look at the spider damage.
It's ridiculous.
You can see when the volley occurs. Ready? Fire! Knock! Shoot! Pretty much it. I think they could just dab, but they're not. I mean, they got 45 seconds till Echo, though. So they're going to try and play this last Rax out. It is Alliance.
Never give up, never surrender. Yep. And TNC, likewise, have been teams that have been able to pull it back themselves. Like, it's not just that Alliance have sometimes struggled to close out games, it's that also TNC have been able to pull otherwise what seems to be unwinnable games back.
Yeah, I heard that required some fountain diving, though, from Keen. So I don't know. As long as Alliance stays at the fountain, I think they got this one.
It's going to be a tough hold for sure.
That's the mystery we look for, though. You never know what will grip you in TI. Maybe you just really want in there.
See, Ogre has gone for the staff again afterwards. I was wondering if he was going to think about going for some more damage. But right now it feels like it's all on Gabby. He just keeps on getting chronoed. Fissure off the mark. Get about to jump in. First crown onto Cuckoo. Don't get near the rest of the team.
Spiders found them.
Dude, they walk forward. The chrono onto 3. Mickey makes it happen. The ice blast on top of it afterwards. Alliance are doing it, ladies and gentlemen. And I think it's time to cast those 2 little magical words. Although Gabby, is he going to make it happen? Tim's chasing through as well. He blinks away in the duration of his BKB. Buybacks abound from TNC.
He's got the Echo. He's waiting. But I don't think they're going to walk on into it.
Chase, chase, chase. Nothing. Alliance. This Broodmother is about to have a Bloodthorn gun.
That void damage.
Yeah. He's very big.
Almost 6k there from Faceless Void. That's just crazy. What's happening on here?
It's almost more damage than he dealt all of last game. Piqué has had
a third of his damage.
He has had a huge turnaround in this one.
Oh yeah.
And I think a big part of it is, like we said, just in that Sven game, he didn't have, like, they first picked it, and so they just picked all the counters on
I kept stunning them and they kept moving. So that next game they picked me Faceless Void. So they couldn't move.
And then 4 staff.
So it's a bit of a replay here, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Nice chrono. And again, the scouting for the spiders is what sets that up too. This whole wave of spiders just runs over them. Like, oh, found them, guys.
Yep.
Easy Seb. You can see why he racked up so much damage. Only got a couple kills out of it.
And you can see also Armel trying to run to get back into this fight and just couldn't get there in time. As we will see AU get taken down yet again by Koikva.
It's okay.
All
it's not
of
that
the spiders.
Just, the spiders hit them. They got that plus 450 health too, so they're a few of them a few more survive. It's the Grimstroke's Annihilation. Pest control with 201 last hits.
They're actually insane now. 730 health on these spiders.
Armel. Good luck, buddy.
Oh, the wraparounds. Okay. Let's see. I mean, you know what the game plan is. Get the Echo. Get the Echo onto several. Cuckoo shows up for a second. Mickey looking.
Oh, he knew.
Yeah.
Had the read.
TNC going to back off, head home. If they manage to find a really nice Echo onto that void, that's the way that you take that fight.
Well, then you're echoing an Aegis, so I don't think so.
That's a fair point. I guess they just need to kite it out and wait. Feels like Alliance are the ones that are in complete and total control of this game. How's the net worth up? Mickey, Silver Edge,
oh, he got him.
And it looks like he will be able to find and kill off this anti-mage. Stun through Fissure. Fear lasts too long, and AM dead. He was so close to buyback, 150 gold.
It's hard to believe how much damage he's doing when he took the attack speed talent. Like, he skipped over it, rather, for that time walk. As you can see, he's just like time walk and chronoing and not even worrying about that.
Yeah.
But I guess he did take the 70 time lock damage at the very least from those.
Build attack speed, more chances for Bash. Turns out Mjolnir is a pretty good damage item. Alright, what can they do here? Force Staff, good push out of position, the Fissure. Force Staff back the other direction. Okay, it's fine. With that, AM able to get buyback again, so he was able to somehow scrape and get himself buyback.
He's toying with it. I mean, he's got the cheese too. If anything looks remotely dangerous for himself.
Yeah. Okay, walks up. Chronosphere still on cooldown for a little bit, 45 seconds. They walk forward and find the Lesh, and Taiga just bullying in the base.
Nice blink back from Armel. Okay, just stop. Jump right off on him.
Cave in very low. Who's gonna walk forward? Fire Blast to start this off. Triple multi-cast. They buy back on the AM. Looks like that's gonna be about it for there. Aegis still 2.5 minutes left before it's going to be reclaimed.
They're very happy that they did not lose that Aegis. He got pretty low. If he loses that Aegis without the Echo Slam, that does again open the door ever so slightly for the side of TNC. But now he's just regenning back up there in the jungle a little bit and coming back in. Wants to try and make something happen here with Aegis.
Chronosphere's back up at 5.
Koi was just like, zoom. I'll be there soon, guys.
Now, Burrow Strike on the Cuckoo. Rooted, chased. Has a fourth staff, but he's still stunned for a little while now. He's just dead. They can't do it.
Going low ground. He's trying to create an opportunity, right, yeah. For Armel. They just didn't see it.
Now with Chrono up, they can just jump on Gabby if they want to. Still a long time until the Aegis is going to be reclaimed. Foxy walking forward, decide to force onto him. Mickey can jump forward if they want. Chronosphere connect immediately onto both of them.
How is those two together?
GG is called, and that'll do it. Ladies and gentlemen, Lions pull it back.
I could sense.
Able to go 1-1 against TNC.
Told you in game. It was over. Alliance were going to look way better next game.
Yeah.
And they certainly did, man. That Broodmother was relentless. They did not wait for the 10th pick. They're like, we're taking this 8th. Take 2 more heroes. We don't care.
I mean, it was a really good Brood game, right? Like, at that point in time, they had picked, what was it, Ogre first, and then into Lesh, so they knew that they were going to have a decent